All right, welcome back to an all-new episode of the Saturday Detention podcast with me, the host. The host joining me this week is Christo. Say hi, Christo.
Hey!
You're gonna lose that enthusiasm real fast.
Oh, we'll see. No, I'm very enthusiastic about this
Fuck this
topic because I've been waiting. I've been waiting to rant and talk about this for so long,
As
and I finally have a chance.
as you've seen by the thumbnail, YouTube audience, Spotify people, I don't know. You're just gonna take my word for it. We're gonna talk about sword art online, the Alicization, and why it's
Yeah.
Yup, it's a show that exists when it should exist. I believe we need Alicization. It's just real not good, but also very good. Well, not very good. It's also good, but also real not good. So we're gonna talk about that. We were gonna have Omega Wing, but he doesn't know how to respond. So oh well.
What's really weird is that you just kind of awkwardly left me in that server. I was like, okay,
I
bye.
didn't give you anyway. You could have just been like, "Hey, he not responding. I'm gonna leave." You could have just been like that, and like, "All right, that's fine." I won't. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Where you want to start?
I want to start at the beginning. Or do you want to do an overview and describe what the hell's happening in Alicization? Because I imagine if people want to hear us ranting about it, they kind of need to understand what's going on
Nah.
and not. Alright, so we're going in this assuming that they know Alicization and they want to hear our
If you don't
crispy
know
hot
anything about
takes.
Alicization, watch the first 24 episodes and then stop. I don't understand why Sword Art does this. The first part of each arc is not that bad. And then the second half is just like, hey, yo, this isn't written by the same person. It's like, nah, it is.
See, I'd argue that you watch the first 12 episodes, then stop. Specifically, actually, there is a point. It's where we meet Cardinal. That's where I feel like
Just stop.
we're like 2 episodes out of Cardinal. After that, just stop.
That's
You're
fair.
good. Because like that's just like a 24-minute
Exposition of what the fuck happened in this world. Exposition.
Exposition sode.
Yeah, it's like that one Ruby
there's a-
episode Kyle talked about for a literal minute.
There'll be a way to combine those 2 words at some point. Or watch Mother's Basement's review of the first part of Alicization. Because I think it
Isn't it
critiques
like an
it
hour
beautifully.
long?
It is, but it is very worth it. And brings up really good critiques while also pointing out what it does well.
Long story short,
And I think he really...
Mother's Basement video is it's good, and then it gets real not good, and then you go, why did this happen? And the clown's like, I'm finna fuck that person, and you're like, okay, all right, that's part 1. It only goes up from here, right? And you're like, no, it goes down.
That's my whole problem, and it's going to be a theme we come back to over and over and over and over again this episode, is that every idea that Alicization puts forward and attempts to do is great, it's fun, I think it's kind of engaging for what kind of an isekai, this is.
I forget this is an isekai, not fantasy. I'm like, yeah, it's just a fan. Oh no, wait, there's stuff happening in the real world. Oops.
Yeah, for the level of production, I don't think it's top tier.
No,
I don't think it's
no,
low tier.
It's A1 Pictures, like it's their top tier, but like
It's
not saying a lot.
it's A1 Pictures, so it's A1, so it's top tier production, mid to low tier writing. Take that as you want. Even though I can't think of many things A1
They
Pictures
make
has
so
done.
much.
Oh, I imagine so.
They make so much.
A1, let's see. Fairy Tale, Seven Deadly Sins, Black Butler, Darling in the Franxx, Magi, or Magi, I'm not sure. That's my friend how that's pronounced. They did Gate? Oh, God, now Yep, Gate is absolutely an A1 Pictures show.
So before all this sadness started, I was like, I'm gonna watch the first part because I was like, cool, it won't be that bad. It wasn't that bad. We literally get to like episode 2 of Alicization. I'm like, all right, I gotta start writing stuff down because shit don't make sense. But like the first part that stopped making sense to me was why they just stopped playing the fairy game and go, all right, we're gonna play the shooting game and just the shooting game. And I was like, hey yo, what about what? Wait, time out. Isn't this the wrong
Oh,
game?
you're talking regular SAO. Oh, you're so. Oh yeah, episode.
That's
1.
literally how it starts. I was like,
or technically episode 2, because I consider episode 1, which is the technical episode 0.
that's fair.
Which I don't think I've seen a cooler kind of entrance. Like, I don't think I've seen a episode 1 of a not the first season of a series that's that good.
That's fair.
You know, like,
no.
If the prequel episode where we see Kirito as meet these new characters, Yu-Gi-Oh and Alice, inside the underworld, which is where Alicization takes place, it's captivating because we learn about this world. We have no idea what's going on other than we have Kirito in kid form not know anything.
That annoyed the fuck out of me. I was like, listen, why does every time he goes somewhere we have to see him from the beginning? I don't want to see him get stronger. I already know what he can do. Just let him be strong. This is a power fantasy.
Yeah, but
I don't need growth.
Yeah, but it never. And I thought like this was like a brilliant episode. Starting off a new season like that is phenomenal. I loved it. And then we spend the entire next episode, like you said, going from fairy game to gun game with boring exposition of stuff we could have learned in maybe 5 minutes.
Yo, so I have a note about that as well.
I can't. No, okay. Hold on to your note, because I need to preface everything, because Yeah, you have to. College writing drilled this into me. You can't talk about it without explaining it. So, the Underworld is a system developed by this company called Wrath, and it's based on SAO's cardinal system and whatnot. And their goal in the Underworld is to raise AIs to be more human-like. They're basically making they are literally making artificial souls that overcome their copied souls, because Wrath figured out a way to quantify what part of your brain is your soul.
That's bullshit. That's bullshit.
You know, for story purposes,
No,
I'm
for story, it's
let
fine.
it happen.
In real life, that's bullshit.
Yeah, real life it's bullshit, but for the story, okay, if it's established, fine. Kind of a cool way to go for this. And that's what every person in this world is, other than Kirito. Kirito is hired by Wrath to go in and kind of experience it and try to, which is really weird. Their goal is to try to find and push one of their AI to break the law.
Yeah.
Out of free will, which is hilarious. I don't want to copy Mother's Basement, but Mother's Basement just point out that, like, why would you want AI to break through? That's the first 3 rules of robotics, is that they can't hurt humans. And so it's like, why the fuck would you want AI that can break the rules? But that's the setup. That's the setup. That is all the exposition from the first 2 episodes.
My dog's drinking literally next to me, so I have to wait. And he's gonna be drinking for like 20 minutes because this dog is on its last legs.
Here, alright, and then our fucking Valentine's exposition plot synopsis time. The end of episode 2. Kirito loses a fucking one-on-one.
So, before that happens, I want to talk about something. They were like, okay, Shion has recovered nicely from her PTSD. Timestamp,
did
11:40. We're going to come back to that in like an amount of time. I want to talk about
I feel
what
like I know.
Kirito. So okay.
I don't remember her. You know what? Because Shion's such a fucking minor character in the goddamn show.
We're gonna talk about that later.
Because
She pissed me the fuck off.
She shows up like once in the entire first season.
No, she's literally
That's
just
it?
in Gun Gale. That's it.
Well, no, Shion, yeah, okay.
She's literally just in Gun Gale.
Okay, so we're going.
And
Alright,
then
so
she
we're
gets
going back
the
to
fairy.
Gun
She
Gale?
comes to the fairy bullshit, but that's second half of Gun Gale, so it doesn't matter. I want to talk about that stupid bullshit. I'm sitting over here like, okay, Kirito has an umbrella. He can use a sword. He practiced kendo for like 10 years. I'm gonna poke this man in the leg. I'm like, wait, time out. If Kirito is half as good, wouldn't he just go swat at the arm? Knock the thing out of his hand?
Oh my god, he loses a goddamn. It's not even a knife, it's an injection needle,
Yeah.
right? It's an injection needle versus his umbrella.
Which gives him like
which,
an
like-
extra 3 feet of reach. And I'm just like,
and
what's
he's
wrong with
holding
you?
like a. He was the best swordsman in 2 games!
Yup.
And won the gun game with a sword.
And then was like, I don't know how to use my sword anymore. Poke this man's leg.
What also takes me off is that that's literally, like, beat for beat, how, like, he lost to the other Death Gun member in the Death Gun
Yeah,
arc.
wouldn't you think
when he
they all
rushes.
use the same tactic since, he's using the same tactic.
Yeah, it's just weird to me that he lost twice to that injection thing. Once, only saved because he didn't take his electro pad off.
Yeah.
Okay, but whatever, fine. We need a reason for Kirito to be stuck in the underworld.
We could
that's
literally
fine.
just be like, hey, yo, just like, not put him in a coma, just like, hey, yo, Kirito, you trying to work some overtime? We'll get it clear with your school, but like, you want to work overtime? Yes? No?
Not only that, they kidnap Kirito.
Yeah, they do just sort of kidnap my
They
mates.
don't tell anybody. I actually need to like be reminded of why they had to
Kidnap him and not just go, hey, yo, we just gonna keep him here.
yeah, I need to figure out why he was stuck in it.
The poison put him into a coma. It damaged part of his brain.
Oh right, he hit his head real hard. on the
The
sidewalk.
poison was just like, I fuck up your brain. But because Kirito's got plot armor, it only fucked up a small part of his brain and not the whole brain. And I was like, okay, that's fine.
And I guess somehow putting him in.
The soul transfer machine just saves him. I was like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever, okay.
You know, yeah, like whatever. It's just an excuse to
They
have
were
him.
gonna build his brain back, and I was like, okay, yep, that checks. That
Yeah,
tracks. Yep.
and it doesn't because they forget about that.
No,
You know, I don't think. Did they ever specify how long? Like,
he was gone for, I think, 2 months or a month, I believe.
all right, so like the first half of Alicization takes place over like 3 months.
Something like that, yeah.
All right, okay, I'll take that.
Or maybe
I'll
a
take
week.
it.
I don't know.
I fucking hope it wasn't a week. It's been a while since I watched that part because it's not.
That part's
That
not
is
important.
so. Yes, as you can tell, it is plot hole. It contradicts the story. It's just kind of dumb. Point is, it takes place in the first 2 episodes, and then the rest is all in the underworld. It's just to set up the series. So I'm just going to shove it away until I need to use it to complain about something, which I will in approximately insert timestamp. Insert length until I go off about it here.
My next note, because this gives Kirito medical stuff about how the brain works, this is the building block for how Kirito makes the brain implant for Excel World, because Reki Kawahara writes Excel World. And I'm just gonna put that out there.
I have no idea what Excel World is.
Oh, it's like Sword Art, but not really, so it's okay. It's an okay anime. Basically everything is AR until it's not, and it's because Kirito made a chip implant thing that you can just put in your brain, so you're always connected, all the time.
So Wrath puts Kirito inside Underworld so they can make him work while he's under repair.
Yeah, you're right. He is technically working.
And he re-meets Yujiro, his gay boyfriend, who I will fight everybody about.
Part of his harem. He re-meets a part of his harem.
literally, Kirito has showed more emotion towards Yu-Gi-Oh than any other character I've seen in the show.
I'm going to disagree, but only because Yui is his child. So that's the only thing I'm going to disagree on is his AI daughter.
So we pick back up pretty much 10 years later in the underworld from the prologue. He meets Yu-Gi-Oh, and he's trying to figure out... Kirito has no idea what the fuck is going on. He's just, where the fuck... Oh, this must be the place I'm in when I work. Why am I here? Fuck. And it actually sets up a phenomenal isekai, because he actually wants to get out of the world. He has to forcibly progress this world and keep moving to do it instead of just kind of waiting around, which is dumb because as the second half of the show shows, they could pop in and talk to Kirito at any time. They just choose not to tell him what the fuck's going on.
He has to be on the fit. He has to be connected to a console. The only console they have, the Pontifex, is just like, this is mine. No one touched this.
No.
And the other one's in the fucking dark territory, which we'll get to later.
No, I'll get to this. I'll bring this back up in the second half.
The only reason they could talk to him whenever is because the one dude connected him to it.
No, I'll bring this back up. I'm gonna bring this back up. I will bring this back up.
Also, Kirito has like a god tier support system, which
Yeah, they do.
depresses me.
I mean, yeah. If you have a harem, they're going to
Not just
hunt you
not
down.
just the harem, just like Egil's pretty cool, Klein's pretty cool. His family was just like, we're a little worried about him. Let's go see what's wrong.
Yeah.
I was like, man, this dude has a good support system.
Yeah, like when
Fuck,
you
what's
are
that like?
when you are like the hero of a world and have a lot of friends, and yeah, that I find that pretty typical for anime.
Nah.
Like I don't know. So after doing Yu-Gi-Oh's quest, they go off to become swordsmen for the country of the underworld. Because, of course-
Apprentices. Not just full-on swordsmen. Apprentices. Because we have to talk about something that is in every sword art part, ever.
Yeah.
We gotta talk about it. Let's just jump right into it, because fuck everything that happens in between what we're about to talk about and them leaving.
Well, there is like, okay, yeah, we can go back to that. So the obligatory rape scene.
It wasn't
Love
rape
FAO.
this time. It was just sexual violence. And I was like, it's a step in the right direction, but fuck, dude, you're still like thigh deep
Dude.
in the puddle of bullshit. Come on, man. Come on.
Dude, his tongue was like a centimeter off. That the two minor antagonists
Trainees.
are
Kirito and
are-
Yu-Gi-Oh's. Fuck, he really is gonna call them that now. Okay.
no,
Their trainees get got by the ranks. The two high ranked swordsmen who are filthy nobles.
yeah, they're filthy noble, pompous assholes who abuse their noble rank to just kind of get what they want, even though they're not good swordsmen at all. So to piss off, no, Yu-Gi-Oh stomps both their asses.
I wouldn't say they're not good. They should not be ranked 1 and 2. Kirito should be in Yu-Gi-Oh should be swapped. All those ranks should be swapped.
So, to finally get their revenge on the two commoners that are better than them, besides cutting up Kirito's flowers,
Which grew back because plot.
they decide to trick Yu-Gi-Oh and Kirito's trainee. What the fuck are they called?
Pages.
Yeah, pages.
I don't even think they tricked them. I literally just think they were, come with us. Why? You really gonna
No, they
question
tricked
me?
them.
We're higher ranked than you. It's like, that's fair, I guess. I'm
They
pretty
tricked
sure that's
them.
what happened.
They tricked them because they did like sexually assault their own pages. And their pages went to Kirito and Yu-Gi-Oh's pages, and then they went to confront them, and they're like, "You dare accuse us? We'll show you by sexually assaulting you. That'll show you."
I was like, you just gonna make Kirito, you're gonna make Kirito mad. He's already had to deal with this twice.
Yeah.
With literally the same person. It's like, this is gonna make him mad.
Which Kirito and Yu-Gi-Oh then come to. Well, Yu-Gi-Oh comes to the rescue, but he can't intervene because the Taboo Index, which is the law of the land, says he can't go against what nobles say.
Then he's like, nah, fuck that. This eyeball I got, fuck this eyeball. I'm gonna go save my page. And then his eyeball goes. It's like, oh man, that's a lot of blood.
There's something about the taboo index that whenever an artificial fluxlight, artificial soul tries to break, their eye has intense pain, which kind of prompts them to not break the taboo index.
We'll get to that later.
Yu-Gi-Oh said, I don't care, fuck my eye, I'm going to go and attack this noble sexually assaulting my page, which, again, contradiction, kissing someone before marriage is against the rules of the taboo index.
Is it?
I believe so.
Gonna disagree, but alright, sure.
Then Kirito shows up, he doesn't give a shit.
Right,
He's just
he has no qualms. He's like, I'm gonna just cut this nigga's arms off. And I'm like, yeah! Wait. I was like, wait, hold up. Time out. How is this man dying from having his forearms cut off? And they're like, he's losing a lot of blood. I'm like, I don't think you'd lose that much. People get okay, alright, man. Whatever. You lost your will to live. You died. That's on you. If you had a strong enough will to live, you would have lived. So, nah.
Yeah.
Your death is your fault.
So then since Kirito and Yu-Gi-Oh broke the taboo index, they're going to get carted away by an integrity knight.
We forgot something super important.
Yeah, we did.
Alice has been got like a long time ago, and we just didn't mention that. I forgot until right now.
Yeah, the prologue episode takes place with Yu-Gi-Oh, Kirito, and Alice. Alice accidentally breaks the taboo index because she tripped.
Stupid kid.
And because of that, she got taken away by an integrity knight, and she's been missing. Yu-Gi-Oh's whole quest.
They thought she was dead. All the they're like, you broke the taboo index. We gotta go kill you. So everything thinks all the people are just dead. Which...
Yeah, but Yu-Gi-Oh's whole quest is like, I want to go find Alice.
Yeah, because he's like, she's not dead. And we're like, shut up. You're going to ruin everything. Shut the fuck up. Dumb kid. Stupid imagination.
And Kirito's like, okay, whatever.
He's just like, I got some time to kill, you know?
Yeah. Which is really fun, because at this point of the story, 2 years have passed. He's been in this world.
For 2 years. Maybe like a week or a few weeks in the real world.
That's as long as he spent in SAO total.
Well, I mean, he spent 2 real life years in SAO. He spent like a week in fucking... The time accelerates different. They explained that. We didn't.
Time is accelerated to us, like the outside world, but he's still experiencing all 2 years.
That's fine. We forgot something. So a raid happens. We should mention the raid because war crimes.
In part 1?
Isn't that like the end of part 1?
We're not at the end of part 1 yet.
Listen, everything in between the fights, the fights are not important. Alice going, maybe I'm not a bad guy, is not important. Yu-Gi-Oh getting his ass beat is not important.
We haven't even gotten to that yet.
It's not important.
We haven't even talked about that.
Yeah, that's not important.
No, because we just talked about how they got picked up by an integrity knight, and the integrity knight was Alice.
It's not important.
But it's not the Alice they knew. It's Alice Synthesis 31 or 30, one of the two. Doesn't matter. Kirito and Yu-Gi-Oh then break out of prison. They fight up the entire tower, fighting half of the integrity knights in existence.
Yeah, that's super important because one's gonna pop up later, and you're gonna go, she would have beat Shaw's ass. I see why she wasn't there in the first part.
They meet this mystical person named Cardinal.
Wait. Whoa. We gotta turn it back a little bit.
You just wanted to skip all over this, so you can't tell me to turn it back.
Turn back a little bit. You can't just go, they met Cardinal.
Right,
so they're about to get their ass beat. And Cardinal's like, should probably get that. It's probably time to pick up these dumb kids. And then they meet Cardinal, who's like, Ayo, let's talk. Yu-Gi-Oh, go take a bath. Kirito, come here. I immediately was like, this is not going to end well. And then it ended real different. And I was like, no, I'm sad. Continue.
So they meet Cardinal, who is the...
Cardinal system.
She is the physical embodiment of the Cardinal system. The same one from SAO. Well, it's not the same. It's a copy because it's based off.
Yeah, it's just
whatever.
It's based off of it.
She reveals that the Pontifex Administrator, who is the leader of the Auspex Church,
Doesn't matter.
doesn't
The
matter.
church, the bad people.
Leader of the church. Basically, backwards. She basically figured out how all system commands work. Because that's how magic in this world is used, is via system commands.
They literally say system call, and I'm like, that's not
Yep.
that. Okay, all right.
Yeah, like to shoot fire, it's a system call, generate item, or generate element, fire, bolt. I think
It's
fire
bullshit.
shaped
It's
bolt
science.
is
It's science and magic, which is
it's console commands to use magic. The administrator, basically worked all of it out backwards until she had control of the entire world. And when she tried transferring her memory into some other person, Cardinal took that chance to escape the administrator.
Also, timeout. How does she know about that? Because like
How does she know?
when the Pontifex was like, small child, come here. She was just random small child, not I know stuff about the world that I shouldn't.
No, so the Auspex literally absorbed the Cardinal system into herself, so she could have even more power over other than just using system commands.
I know, but what I'm saying is, how did she know? Yes, now is my time to fight back or escape. Because you didn't know anything. I don't understand.
Because she's still, just forget about it. Not important. She transfers herself into the person, so she has equal power to the administrator, but she has to hide. Then the administrator, the Auspex, makes more Integrity Knights to hunt her down. Blah blah blah. Then we get really bad boss rush.
Wait,
throughout.
no, wait. There's one thing I'm going to forcibly bring up.
Okay.
While Yu-Gi-Oh is taking a bath, after we have learned all this stuff, she's like, "You gotta help me with this." Kirito's like, "I got you. Maybe we'll talk about it when we get there." Also,
Yeah.
I need one more thing from you, and I'm like, okay, where's this gonna go? I don't remember her exact words. I'm not gonna go look up. I'm not digging all that shit up. She literally asked for a hug in the most roundabout way, and I'm just like, oh, you poor thing. Oh, you poor thing. Oh.
I mean, yeah, she's basically kind of like
She's been alone for 200 years, minus some bugs.
she's been alone. She's been alone for 200 years in the same way that Yui was trapped in the original arc, and she was forced to watch everybody suffer without being able to do anything.
Which also made me sad.
But instead of just one counselor AI, it was the AI entire Cardinal system that had to do that. So, whew. So then they do boss rush with inconsequential characters that are written to be all cool, but they're not because they're all one-note characters.
What do you mean? The danger lollies were like, aha, poison. And just like, what? I mean, I guess, but what?
Yeah. You get... everybody in this boss rush they're meant to kind of seem interesting, and they have interesting things about them. Like, one of the persons has the one lady, her sword is made out of pure condensed sunlight.
Which is bullshit.
That's pretty cool.
It's cool, but it's bullshit.
I don't care. It's cool. Like, the commander dude, his sword is from the system clock.
Which is bullshit. I can cut time. What? Yeah.
It's,
what?
It's cool.
No, it was real cool, but he was like, yeah, I can cut time. I'd have been like, wait, what? If you know the Pontifex is bad, kill her ass.
Yeah,
help me.
He has loyalty to the church, but he has his own suspicions that the church might not be good.
We gonna get to that nigga later. We gonna get that. He gonna get his.
We run into Alice, who...
Oh wait, you forgot the archer guy.
Exactly. I forgot about him.
He was like...
So we get to Alice.
He fucked the sword. I'm gonna use a bow and arrow.
They fight Alice, but then Kirito
punches
sacrifices
a fucking hole
himself.
through the wall. And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
oh, they dead. The wall comes
Yeah.
back together. Oh, they super dead.
They're actually both hanging off the side of the tower with no way to survive, so they have to work together, even though they're enemies. And
I'm
through
okay
that,
with that trope. I'm really okay with that trope. It's just
yeah,
it wasn't super good because
Yeah.
Alice was never like, she was always like, I'm going to kill you. I'm like, no, you're not.
yeah.
Well, you're not
Through all that,
Paris Ford. Stop that shit.
Kirito and Alice become friends. Alice breaks her taboo index eye and becomes her own swordsman. Yu-Gi-Oh fights the legendary hero man.
Gets his ass kicked.
No, I think doesn't Yu-Gi-Oh win?
Yu-Gi-Oh! He did not win.
Oh, I thought he won.
No,
'cause the entire
he got time cut, kicked into the hot spring, and that healed his ass because he was like, "Well, I guess I can't kill you right now." And I'm like, "Are you a good guy or a bad guy?"
See, I thought Yu-Gi-Oh won because it's an entire room of water and his sword is ice.
Nah. Remember, the clown was just like, "All right, deep freeze, kid, come with me," and I was like, "We gonna call that a draw, or just no one won? No one won? Okay."
So Yu-Gi-Oh passes out. They keep climbing. Alice and Kirito keep climbing. They fight Clown Bitch, who is just like the Duke, who is despicable, clown, disgusting pervert that just wants power. They somehow lose to him. Go up to the next floor, and who is it? Dun dun dun! It's Yu-Gi-Oh! The next Integrity Knight.
We're not gonna talk about how he got reverse raped?
We're going to talk about it now.
Okay, because
Cam, how did Yu-Gi-Oh become an Integrity Knight?
Pontifex, if I mess with this boy's memories and make him think his friends don't really give a fuck about him, I can make him think I give a fuck about him. But I don't give a fuck about him. And I'm like,
and how,
hey, wait,
and
are we NTRing Yu-Gi-Oh without NTRing Yu-Gi-Oh? Wait a minute.
And how does she do that?
Pretty much just molest him.
Yep.
Just like full on, just like, all right, I'm naked. Come on. Your turn. Come on. I was like, hey, yo, wait. Hold up. Wait. What?
Also, she's just always naked.
Yeah, she's just from that point on, she's just always naked. I was like, I even was like, CJ, she didn't put on clothes at any point. He's like, Why? I'm so confused. Look, bitch, put on some clothes.
She has the hots for herself.
Don't want to get
Whatever.
into
Whatever. Yu-Gi-Oh actually beats Kirito and Alice. He does.
He freezes them after so he becomes a good guy again because this is anime, and then he freezes them to hold them off.
And then pretends to still be brainwashed. And he's like, hey, Pontifex, I beat them. Give me that snoo-snoo. And then she's like, all right, here's the snoo-snoo. And he's like, ha, dagger.
No, he tries to stab her. She's like, yeah, metal doesn't work on me. I was like, what kind of fairy? What? I played Pokemon. No, you're fairy type. It's supposed to work.
Which doesn't make sense because the sword is made out of dagger and his sword is made of ice.
No. No, that does that. No, that tracks. The dagger.
Whatever.
That. Oh yeah, Cardinal made the daggers, by the way. The daggers they made were made out of metal, so they don't work on her. I was like, okay, bullshit, but okay.
It's a bullshit excuse to make a fight happen.
Yeah. And then Cardinal comes back and is just like, y'all kids really just didn't do anything I needed you to.
Kirito and Alice show up, and instead of them fighting, helping Pontifex, they all talk for a bit, and then Clown comes up, becomes a giant
fire
naked
fire
thing, who actually gives them trouble, but they beat him in 2 strikes, because it's trouble because it takes like 10 minutes, but it's just a lot of talking. They kill him in 2 strikes.
They weaken him. They do not kill him. That's very important.
That's a spoiler for like how the arc actually ends.
We're getting real close to that ending.
We're supposed to think he's dead. Okay.
I didn't think he was dead. Well, I mean, I knew what happened, so it was a little different.
And then Administrator's like, aha, but here's my actual last servant. Brings in the sword golem, who they then release like their own like superpowers, and then beat it.
Wait,
but
wait,
then she's
you
like,
forgot
wait a
Cardinal
minute.
was like, hey, you can't do this.
That's not yet. That's not yet.
Is it not?
No, because then she goes, actually, you may have thought you beat him, but actually that sword thing isn't one sword.
It's 30.
300 swords.
I was like, that's
and not only is it 300 swords, it's 300 people turned into swords.
I feel my headache coming on.
And then Charlotte shows up, who's a spider that lives through Cardinal and Kirito's hair, whatever.
No.
Turns herself big.
No. Charlotte was tasked with finding people who could beat the Integrity Knights. She is not very good at her job until she found Kirito.
So she turns big spider, sacrifices herself to beat the golem. Doesn't work. Maybe that's what happened instead of them beating the golem. Whatever. Then Cardinal's like, alright, y'all fucking suck. I'm gonna step in. And she's like, I'll destroy this. And that's when the administrator's like, hey, actually, that sword golem is people. Which breaks Cardinal. She's like, I don't want to kill people. Even though she said she wanted to destroy the entire world and reset it.
Yes, they'd be coming back, so it's okay. Don't you, me?
Then she can just reset them.
She needs to.
gonna,
She doesn't want to kill people who have nothing to do with this. She just want to hit the soft reset. Just soft reset.
And then she's like, all right, if I let you kill me, will you not
Will
be bad?
you not kill these 3 kids? I was like,
And then America,
hold up. I was like, wait, what about literally the rest of the planet? No, she only cares about these 3 kids. Oh, okay, all right, that's fine.
yeah,
Continue.
and then Admin's like, okay, wink, takes his backsies allowed, beats the fuck out of Cardinal.
Man, that shit hurt. That shit hurt to watch.
And then to quote Mother's Basement, Yujiro goes, wait, if she can turn people into swords, maybe I can become sword. Cardinal, make me sword.
Who Cardinal immediately was like, what? I sword. Sword me. All right, bet. What's the worst
sword.
that can happen?
Like, is this fate now? Or Blade is... What?
No, it's fine. That makes sense. That
Whatever.
tracks. After what we just witnessed, no, that tracks. It's fine. It's fine.
Turns Yujiro into a sword, who actually beats the robot. I'm pretty sure finally beats the sword golem.
We're like, all right, cool.
But
He stabs fucking Pontifex, and I'm like, all right, we got this.
Yeah.
Her arm's gone. We got
he
this.
cuts off her arm. Mind you, hey, this sword, I guess because it's a human sword and not a metal sword or an ice sword or a sword made by Cardinal specifically to kill Administrator, actually damages Administrator.
I was like, all right, we in there.
Whatever.
We got this.
But she also breaks Yujiro in half.
And I was like, all right, we Kirito, help.
So now
Dasuke.
Yujiro is dying with his sacrifice. Mind you, we've already had Charlotte sacrifice herself for nothing. Cardinal sacrificed herself for nothing. Now Yujiro just sacrificed himself for almost nothing.
Almost nothing.
And Alice,
important. Almost.
and now like this all really broke Kirito.
He cried.
Super broke Kirito.
Like, he got so mad, he was like, all right, I gotta put on the SAO clothes and beat your ass now. And I'm like, all right, Ayo? We original SAO boys?
Because, like, the thing, Kirito doesn't want to be the hero. He's tired of it.
No, it's fine.
He doesn't want to be the Black Swordsman
No,
anymore.
it's fine. He wants to be like, he's like, all right, this is for emergencies only. Oh, shit.
doesn't
Yu-Gi-Oh!
want to
Die. It's an emergency.
He doesn't want. That's why he doesn't dual wield in Alfheim, or use his Excalibur in Alfheim. He doesn't want to be that person. He just wants to be a person playing the game again.
Nah, this isn't a game. This is real life now.
So Alice goes to fight, but Kirito is like, but what if I dual wield again and be the Black
All right,
Swordsman again?
that was dope though. That was fucking cool.
It is dope. It's just, hey, we've already had 3 people sacrifice themselves and another person sacrifice themselves. What's the point of...
No, it's because Kirito's like, damn, I really got... If Alice dies, I'm just going to be like, yo, I'm going to go jump off the roof. That was his mindset. Like, I got to win or fuck this.
He steps in and actually beats Administrator's ass.
To the point where she's like, damn, I have to retreat. And then the clown was like, hey, yo, wait. Give me that butt.
Yeah, exactly. So Kirito, after watching 3 of his friends die, cuts off Minister's arm, stabs him in the stomach. She's like, all right, fuck this. gets the console commands, and he's like, I'm going to upload my consciousness to the real world, because that will work, TM. But then the horny clown's like, what if I just humped you while I was on fire?
He's like, what?
And then the clown humped her while he was on
It
fire.
was just like, wait, what?
Both
Is this
die.
really happening?
So again, this whole fight with the big bad was Charlotte sacrificing themselves for nothing to happen. Yu-Gi-Oh sacrificing themselves
For almost nothing. Oh, it's only almost.
Cardinal sacrificing them all for nothing to happen.
Alice just kind of standing in the corner going, yep.
Alice trying to put up a fight, but not being able to, because she's still dealing with her own identity crisis.
No, it's fine.
And then Kirito doesn't even get the final blow to kill to avenge all them. The clown does.
Hey, yo, a win's a win.
I don't consider that a win.
Yo, a win's a win. We beat Administrator. A win's a win. He showed enough to the credit, though.
So then Kirito finally gets to the console command. He's like, hey, what the hell is going on, Wrath? Why am I here? I can't talk right now.
It's like, oh, yeah, by the way, we're being raided, and not in a good way. Like,
Yeah,
they cut
so
the...
Wrath...
You want me to do it, or you want to do it?
Go ahead.
So, people, we've seen before, mind you. They're in the first fucking episode. They're raiding Wrath, the ocean turtle, which is in the middle of fucking nowhere in the ocean.
Yeah, so this Wrath experiment is taking place in a secret government facility guarded by two Japan Self-Defense Force battleships.
It's like the fucking whales in fucking Summer Wars. What are you doing? Come help us.
So, and they get raided by a special ops team who want
they want Alice's
technology.
Yeah, they want the technology to figure out how to make an AI from bottom up to the top down.
Yeah, they want Alice, which is listen. We can talk about how dumb the whole concept of the artificial AI and artificial souls are, but
I don't know. I'm kind of with it. I'm kind of with it.
Yeah, I like it. You want to hear more complaints about it in the whole system, Mother's Basement. But whatever. So they're raided, and so Kirito, and they're like, "Hey, Kirito, find Alice and bring her."
He's
to
like,
the console.
she's right next to me. Wait, what?
I'm like, yeah, but then a power surge happens.
Yeah, because during the raid they cut the power, and I'm like, Kirito just got murdered. Yo, is this the end of Sword Art?
Yep.
There is no part 2.
Yeah, which like cuts Kirito's soul transfer machine for a minute. And that like fries him.
Wait. So what it does is it scrambles his brain, and because Kirito's a protagonist and he's hooked up to the soul transfer and he's got medical stuff on him, his brain gets unscrambled except for one part. One part's missing. His self-identification. He's like, who am I? What am I? I'm just like, oh God, is this man just dead? So war crimes. We have Japanese war crimes. I love it.
And then
Part 2 happens.
and now we can
Also, Asuna has done nothing. This whole part, she does nothing. Not a fucking thing.
So now that the real world is a little bit more important, let's talk about it for a second. So we have big scientist dude who is cool. He's leading the Wrath scientist. We have geeky tech guy who is the geeky tech support guy from any anime, just whatever.
Hyuga.
Then we have is that her name?
No, the dude's name is Hyuga. The tech guy's Hyuga.
Oh. And then we have
Rick. No,
Kaiba.
yeah, Kaiba's ex-girlfriend. Current? No, technically ex-girlfriend, because then.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, ex-girlfriend, So Kaiba Akihiko's ex-girlfriend / ex-wife. I don't really
Ex-girlfriend.
remember.
They were gonna, but he did the thing.
Yeah, so she works for them because she worked with the man that created Full Dive.
Well,
VR.
The dude who's in charge of the operation, I forget his name. He was like, "Hey, yo, come help us," and she was like, "No." All right, bet. Asuna's like, "Hey, yo, they took my boyfriend. Can you help me?" She's like, "Fuck, I guess I gotta do it now." And I was like, "Listen, I'm glad you're helping, but that shouldn't be where your motivation lies. Some random stranger. Hey, yo, they took my boyfriend. Help." I was like, if that didn't seem like a fucking phishing attempt to get information, I'd have been like, okay, all right,
Whatever.
that happened.
So Asuna is also on the ocean turtle.
and she does nothing. That first part.
What? Well, because she can't quotation mark.
I mean, she
again,
she literally can't do anything. She just has to sit and watch.
I highly disagree. Because as we start talking about the plot of season 2...
They couldn't use that yet. That was for emergencies only. We'll get to that. I have a complaint. I have a complaint.
Alright, so we get back. Season 2 starts in the back up in the underworld. 6 months have passed.
Kirito's a vegetable. Alice is like, this is my boyfriend now, and I'm just like, sure, whatever, kid, whatever you want, it doesn't matter. The dark territory is like, hey yo, the Pontifex is dead. Let's go fuck him up.
Wait, can we talk? The Pontifex. So the dark territory is the evil monster side of the world.
Put evil. They put evil in quotation marks because we don't.
Yeah. And like, it's always the plan for them to invade the rest of the underworld as a stress test for all the souls.
AIs to see who could do the thing and who couldn't. The iPop thing.
Yeah. And it's kind of a plot thing in the first arc that like
it's not. They're just like, no, we know something's about to pop off. The only reason we know about the stress test and all that is because they tell us literally towards the end. We're like, oh, I guess it's kind of important.
Yeah, but we know about the dark territory invading like the whole time. Thing is, it's a minor plot point. Like, hey, why aren't we making a bigger army to fight?
Because the Pontifex is like, no, we can't have people rising up. What if they try to kill me?
Yeah,
I was like, bitch, they love you. What the fuck? Ugh!
So that's a thing, but so then Alice is like, I'm no longer a swordsman. I just want to be left alone in the world.
I just want to spend my days with this boy who's a vegetable. And see my sister.
Then her town gets raided. Yeah, her town gets raided, so she's like, I will take up the sword again. Come on, vegetable Kirito. She goes to the front line to rejoin the rest of the Integrity Knights. 2 assholes from the invading special ops team who...
Hold up. Go ahead. No, you go ahead, and then I'm gonna read y'all the text I sent Christo as this was happening, because I was like, this isn't real. This is stupid. This is fucking a word we don't use around here. This isn't happening. No, this is happening. I was like, oh, okay, all right.
So one of their names is Gabriel. I forget what the other name is. Doesn't
Gabriel
matter.
Miller.
They use 2 already made underworld accounts.
Oh no. Go ahead. I'm gonna cut you off. Go ahead.
Not just any underworld accounts, but like
a god account, a literal god account,
accounts,
and then
literal like
a Dark Knight, which is like the strongest of that class. Now they only got. Okay, so way back when they explain all this shit later, but it's not important. There were 4 god accounts before, and then they locked them because you would do that with like super important accounts. The bad guys literally go, all right, let's see what accounts are open. Hey yo, there's a dark god Vecta account. You want that? It's not unlocked? Nah. Yeah, give me that one. There's also a Dark Knight account. You want that one? Yeah. It's not unlocked either? What about everything else? No, it's locked. So they left the bad guy, god tier bad guy accounts unlocked? Yeah. Are they stupid? I guess. You want these accounts or not? Yeah, let's go.
We'll get... I hate that we have to keep summarizing before I can get to...
Fucking, I hate it. I hate that so much. I was like, why would you not lock those? Why would you even make those?
And so one of the Dark Factions people is like, hey, we don't want war. Let's kill this guy posing as the Dark Emperor. And she tries to seduce him and kill him. And instead, we just get him killing her to show how evil he is. And he eats her soul.
No. This nigga slurps her soul out of her forehead like he's been doing it for years with some fucking like experience. I was like, man, that's real peculiar. I didn't think none of it, but we gonna get back to that. The next morning, he's like, yo, someone tried to kill me. blah blah blah. Her ex, whatever, goes all mad. He turns into a tornado. The dude swats him away. And then he's like, all right, if you want to kill me, try better. I am literally just here to murder people. And I was like, hey, yo, hold up. Did this nigga just say, I'm just here to do a genocide?
Yep.
And then we get a flashback of this stupid blonde-haired motherfucker as a child. I'm like, oh, maybe this explains some stuff. His dad was just like, yeah, bugs don't have souls. Humans have souls. I'm like, alright, whatever, that's fucking weird. We see some random girl. I'm just like, who the fuck is this random child? 2 minutes later, oh, there's blood coming out of her ear. Oh, this bitch is dead. Oh, this nigga can just kill her. Oh, wait, he just killed his best friend, and then he slurped her soul, and what? What? What?
Oh.
I was like, this show isn't real. I don't want this no more. How he just slurp up a soul? Why only him?
I don't know.
How are we not going to talk about how this boy murdered his best friend as a child and did not get caught? There were no repercussions for him murdering someone else. Nothing. They just glossed right over it. What kind of bullshit?
I'm more just in the show just like, hey, yeah, souls actually exist.
That's fine. We know souls exist. That's why Kirito didn't die when he should have died when Heathcliff stabbed his ass. I literally was like, I hate this. It's not bad in terms of story, but motivations make no sense. What happened? This nigga just slurped up a soul. You started the second part. I'm not with this. Fuck this show.
Also, so then, like, the Dark Territory is finally able to invade, and all the Integrity Knights that are still not knocked out from Kirito beating their asses.
Okay, hold up. We got Archer Man. We got the Danger Lollies. We got the dude from the Legend that killed that dragon. His wife, I guess. And then we get people we hadn't met yet, like the Failure Knight. Because I'm like, who the fuck is this kid? Who is this small, blonde, green-haired child? Who is this lady with the super thin sword? What is happening here? Who are you people?
Yeah, they introduced... You'd think that since Kirito's in a comatose, that all the other characters would have a chance to shine and be developed and show progress. No, here are like 8 different characters with their just one-page tropes. Watch them for 8 episodes.
Also, okay, so they're like, all right, we gotta go to war. It's like, all right, bet. The pages that got bad stuff happen to them, they're like, yo, can we see Kirito? And they're like, I was like, sure, I guess. Hey, wait, where's Yu-Gi-Oh? Oh, he died. What?
I mean, technically,
his soul's in the sword, though.
Sword.
You want to hold the sword? And I'm like, wait.
Actually, you can't touch the sword. Kirito gets very sad if you touch the sword. Only he can touch the sword.
We gonna talk about... So, the sword, while it is broken, is still a divine object. It still has a system class of, like, 46. Remember that. It's gonna come into play later.
I guess it will. So the war finally breaks out.
And they start with their strongest attacks. I was like, what? You don't do that in a war? What? This man's literally just like, all right, Phoenix Arrow. Phoenix Arrow. I'm like, I mean, it's working, but like, what happens when you run out of arrows? Runs out of arrows. Yeah, I'm going to use my sword. I'm going to use this sword I've been carrying. You had a sword this whole time? Yeah. I'm going to use it as an arrow. Big Phoenix. And I'm just like, okay, but like, you can't fight no more. You're done. This man, he literally just like, all right, we not gonna cut to him ever again. What?
Yep. Fight keeps happening. Nothing important happens other than like, kind of, it's watchable war like thing, jumping from arcs and just seeing war happen. You meet some interesting Dark Territory characters.
Like the pig. And the werewolf, they're orcs? Which, what?
Yeah, the pigs are orcs.
The werewolves
bigger
are not
orcs.
called werewolves. They're called some other terminology. I'm like, that's just a werewolf, homie.
Probably wolf.
No,
You
they were called like giants or something. I'm like, that's just a wolf.
you have. I think they're called the pygmies. Are the fist fighting class that just have skin as hard as steel.
Which I was like, I also played Street Fighter.
They're-
I see what you're doing.
They're cool. They just want to
They
fight
really just
and
want to
have
fight.
like
It's fucking nice.
they just want to have fight and have like honorable fights. You know, it's like all right, whatever. As the war keeps happening, more people die, and then the black mages of the Dark Territory are like, all right, we're going to use all the energy from all the people that have died to cast a big attack that will wipe out the knights.
Lo and
Then they
behold,
try.
Alice is just like, I've been sucking up their souls this whole time, and no one fucking knows. Because
Yep.
it's a major plot point. They're like, hey yo, we can't do the thing. What do you mean? Half their army's just dead. How'd they die? They cast a big spell. How'd they cast a big spell if they didn't? If there's no mana to use the spell?
Oh, they took the dead people.
No, they didn't figure it out until literally something's not right. We don't know what's wrong.
For some reason, we can't cast our spell that uses dead people energy. And then Alice is like, hey, you guys want the energy? Like, yeah, we'd appreciate it. All right. Big spell blows up, like, all the fucking people. And then Black Mage is like, if we had sacrifices, we could do the mean spell.
Let's go sacrifice the pig people because they're pig people and they have no souls. And I'm like, oh, she's a sadist.
Yep.
Fuck. Why is she
Emperor's like,
dark skinned?
all right.
Why y'all? What y'all got against black people? Come on now.
I don't care. And the pig people or orcs are just like, it's okay, we'll sacrifice ourselves because it will bring peace in the future if we win.
Like you're not wrong, but you're wrong. You're
And
really
then
wrong.
that spell from their sacrifice doesn't do anything.
Yeah,
I don't remember if
it gets eaten by Alice's apprentice, Knight, who we haven't talked about because fuck him, he's kind of weird. Not like sexual weird. He's just kind of weird.
he's just
He's a man child.
Doesn't-
He's a man child.
yeah.
He gets negative
and
health
then-
at some point, and I was like, how does he have negative health? Shouldn't he be extra dead? But he's still okay. Moving on. Just skip it.
So then the Emperor is like, wait a second, that's Alice. Everybody, we need to go get Alice. That's who we're here. I want everyone to capture that Alice person. Then I think that's when Asuna shows
Wait,
up.
we have to get to that. We have to explain that. So, Asuna figures out what's going on because she's there while they're being raided. She's like, Yui, I need you to go tell our friends what's happening. And I'm like, I got you, Mom. I'm gonna go do that. She explains, and everyone's like, oh, so we gotta go help. Yeah, let's go help Asuna. It's not that easy.
God,
What's up?
we'll get to.
That's literally what happens.
No, I know what happens. It's just I hate it. I hate.
What
I
part do you hate?
everything
That
about it.
Asuna's like, hey, Yui, go do this thing for your mother. That part?
The fact that Yui can do anything.
Why? Yui's an AI. She will do whatever the fuck she wants to do within reason.
Because I don't think it's within reason, and we'll get to this again in a few fucking minutes.
No, it's fine because Yui's still on their cell phone, so she can be like, "Hey, Yui, go do this because you'll do it faster than I can do it."
All right,
that makes sense. That tracks. That's like human logic making sense in an anime.
We'll give it a minute. Asuna jumps in.
No, she hasn't jumped in yet. There's a big ass speech of Yui and Lizbeth trying to get the fairy players to go, yo, come help us. When we don't, they cut to before they can react, and I'm like, hey yo, what? An army, the bad guys who are raiding Wrath are like, hey yo, Chinese players,
Asuna,
y'all want to hop in the server and like just fuck up some Japanese people? There's no racism here or anything, and I'm like, hey yo, wait, time out. What's happening?
No.
Korea, you want in on this too?
Yep.
We know y'all really don't want the Japanese. Come on, come help us. America, you too. Yeah. Come on. We gonna fuck up the Japanese. And I'm like, what is happening here?
Asuna jumps in before anyone else jumps in.
They
you on
give her a god account, a literal god. Like when she pops into the world, they're like, oh, you're the goddess of creation. What's up? Why are you real? I'm like, what?
Yeah, she makes a giant chasm with her creation powers, which hurts her.
Yeah, they're like,
mind.
hey, you can only use this like 2 or 3 times. Spoiler: she uses it like 4 or 5 because plot. But
And
like,
then because there's a ceasefire because of the giant chasm, she gets to hang out with one night with Kirito's in-game harem, consisting of the 2 pages.
no,
and
it's just
Alice.
the 1 page. The other girl's just kind of there to go. I don't have anywhere else to go. It's the girl that he was mentoring under, his page, Asuna and Alice. And I'm just like, what the fuck is happening here? How does this nigga have another harem? Why is this important? I don't want to see this. This show's already making me depressed. I don't want it to make me extra depressed. This is stupid.
And they decide, I guess, instead of backtracking Alice to the human command point, they're going to go to the dark territory command point because that will lure the dark army away.
Also, hold on. I got one more thing. I want to talk about this fucking harem thing. Alice is convinced her and Kirito are going to get together. Also, literally just, she says, we've been dating for 2 years. Alice is like, that's cool, he's still mine. I'm just like, what? What?
Austin is like, Kirito and I fought together for 2 years, and we've been dating for 2 years, and like, he saved me a bunch, and we're totally dating. Alice is like, we fought together for 1 night, and then I took care of him for 6 months.
I'm sitting over here like, she said they are together. Bitch, back the fuck off.
And then Asuna's just like, all right, welcome to the club.
I hate it.
I am top bitch here, but I will allow you to be a second bitch. It's okay. Meanwhile, Kirito's sister and
Shion, who also have God accounts. Everyone gets a God account. You get one. You get one. We ain't gonna talk about the third one that just doesn't exist. We just not gonna talk about it.
They hop in with God accounts later, but they mobilize the rest of
Kirito's
posse.
No. We gotta talk about Shion's God account for a second.
But she doesn't pop up because she saves Asuna.
We gotta talk about this God account for a second.
Shion's God account?
Yeah. We'll talk about Leafas in a moment and why. Shion can fly.
The episode.
She has a bow with unlimited arrows. She has literally a God account. She could literally just be like, I'm gonna go snipe out everyone in this army, and we will be done. We can go home in like 40 minutes. Nah, I gotta do all these other things. Ayo, you can fly. Why don't you go chase the dude who took Alice? What are you talking about? Oh yeah, they took Alice, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess. Meanwhile,
Alice...
Bertoli, whatever the fuck that pasta's name is chasing after Alice who's been captured. I'm like, okay, that tracks. Shion's like 4 miles behind them. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. I guess. Wait.
Yeah.
Like, okay, Alice has been captured. We knew that. Her uncle's chasing them. And Shion's chasing them? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so a fight's about to happen. All right, that's not important.
Yeah, that is all correct. Bertuli and the Dark Guy have a.
What do you want?
They have a showdown, which is cool because it's this like real life mercenary facing the top swordsman in this world. It should be more interesting than it is, but it's not.
Oh. Just keep going. Keep going. Umbra, what do you
want? Should
be
more interesting than it is. But because Gabriel underestimates him because he overestimates himself because he has a dark god account. It's like, all right, well, I guess I win. But then Bertuli like, what if I slash here then? It's like, and Dark God's like, slash there, I don't give a fuck. And then he does it, and then he cuts him where he was earlier because the sword cuts through time. And he's like, oh, I shouldn't have let you did that. You shouldn't have let me did that. And then they both die.
No, wait. Okay. Yes, they both die. Because as a dark god, he's just like, aha. No. Reverse Uno. Umbra, stop. Reverse Uno. What? I'm going to kill. When you kill me, my soul's going to corrupt your body. What? Yeah. Oh, I can eat souls. Your soul tastes bitter because you're an old man. What? Yeah.
Gross. Alright, we're dead now. Bye. We'll totally won't be back again ever. Bye.
We gotta talk about that. We gotta talk about that. I'm not letting that go.
And then I think like the reinforcements, as you said.
No.
The reinforcements.
No.
I think
Stop
joined
it. No.
before they captured.
I want to
Alice.
talk about this because I'm angry.
All right, talk. I don't know what you're so angry about. Talk about it.
As Bertoli is dying, he's dead now. It's like, okay, we see his spirit get on his dragon because his dragon fucking died too, and you're like, okay, that makes sense. He's gonna ride off the fucking heaven on a dragon. That sounds dope as shit. The Pontifex spirit pops up, and you're like, time out. They have a brief conversation. She gets on the fucking dragon and flies off with him, and I'm just like, what? Didn't you literally tell the girl from like a chapter ago you love her? You're gonna you're gonna be right back. What? No, that's only in life. In death, I do whatever I want. So you're gonna hook up with the Pontifex, who is evil. I don't care if he met her before she was evil. This bitch is still evil. And you're gonna ride off into the fucking sunset with her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that
also, tell that girl I knocked up. Wait, what? Yeah, the other night. Yeah, tell her to raise our kid real good. What? Oh yeah, she's pregnant. What? You left your wife, person, and your unborn kid for a ghost? Yeah. A ghost of a bad guy. Yeah. Christo, I paused my TV. I explained to CJ what the fuck was going on, and he took the controller from me. He's like, you're done? Because I can see you about to throw the controller into the TV. You need to stop. I'm like, I got 3 more episodes left. How in the actual factual fuck are you going to be like, hey, yo, dude, bye? I was like, this man is secretly black. He was like, I could do all this responsible stuff, or I could just like live in peace. I'm gonna just go and live in peace. I was like, excuse me? Huh? What?
So, meanwhile, and before you brought it up, the U.S. Special Ops. By the way, they're backed by the USNA or NSA. The USA's NSA is who they're backed by. They convince Chinese, Korean, and American players that this is just a cool, super realistic server that you can just go and kill people on. Go have fun.
Literally, like 40,000 niggas show up, and I'm just like, oh, ooh, what?
All right, and then, meanwhile, Kirito's posse is kind of figuring this out from Yui, who's being told by Yui, because Yui is an awesomeness bone and not anyway.
Hey, you leave Yui alone. She is precious.
Go call a Alfheim Online super meeting, and they somehow get the most important people there on a zero notice, give a powerful speech.
Hey, that speech actually made me sad. I was like, damn, this hurts.
About how they need to all convert their Alfheim Online accounts into Underworld accounts, so they can go fight the invading Chinese.
Listen, we all know
armies.
You guys like Kirito. His bitch ass is in trouble. If you want to get him back, come help us. That's all she had to say. No emotion, just, hey, yo. We want our friend back, come help. We know each of y'all army still want to recruit his dumbass. I remember Alfheim. I remember that fake harem. Oh, the harem in Alfheim is fake. Because that meeting basically confirms we just like him because he's strong and we want him in our army.
And the whole point, like, everyone's like, we don't want to do that. We're not going to lose our account progress over check notes, fake souls. And then it's like, but you don't understand.
Also,
if this particular fake soul, which is a government secret, gets in the hand of these guys, they can make weapon out of them.
Also, you probably won't lose your account. We'll just have you remake a copy. That wasn't said, but Yui could probably do that shit. I don't know why they didn't just go, hey, Yui can make a copy. That would have been way easier.
So
I would have liked to show more if they'd have been like, yo, convert your account. We'll have Yui make a backup.
So then all the Alfheim past Kirito's allies show up to help fight the invading armies.
Hold on, so wait. So that's true, but like, you want to talk about Leafa now for like a hot minute, since all this is happening while Leafa's,
Yeah, Leafa just gets molested by the Dark Witch for like
literally, she has a
because
fucking
she
got
can't
it. She
die.
pops up. She's like, oh, this Pigman looks sad. Let me see what's wrong. What's wrong, Pigman? I need to. If I take you to Vecta, we'll win. All right, cool, whatever, man.
All right, let's go to Vecta.
Just like,
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
I'm just like, man, Leafa's super cool. I like this.
Yeah.
And is
then she gets
immediately
molested
just
for
sexually
half an
assaulted. I'm just like, what? Wait,
by the previous Dark Witch that died from her backfire, whatever.
I'm just like,
And that just happens forever. How long? Because Leafa can just regenerate for forever.
also, I'm just like,
Until
Leafa,
like, her
you
soul
have
goes
a
out.
god account. Beat this bitch's ass. What are you doing?
Doesn't. I honestly don't even know what happens to Leafa through this entire arc, because she shows up, gets molested, and then she shows up later.
She
to go
just
fight some
keeps
other
fighting people. She's just like,
She never runs into another main character to figure out what's going on
until the very end.
She's just in pure combat, constantly making herself go forward, no matter how much damage she takes, because she regenerates. That's her god power, is regenerating her own life.
Yep.
No matter how bad it. So she gets tortured, basically.
Yeah, yup. And I'm just like, I see we're taking the SAO route here, but like, you have a god account. Just wipe everyone out and call it a day.
Fucking
Shion's still flying, by the way.
just like Boromir. She just gets like 10 arrows in the chest, keeps fighting.
Stabbed in the stomach.
Whatever.
Keeps fighting.
Keeps fighting.
Stabbed
because-
through the fucking eye. Still fighting.
Keeps fighting.
I'm just like,
And it's
I don't
like,
want like,
as long as
why is it so bloody this season? Checks rating. Oh, it's rated TVMA
Because-
this time. Why is it so bloody
Because-
this season?
Because this is a serious adult show. with
This is
serious
not a
themes
fucking
that
seinen.
Shion catches up to Evil Knight, who came back in.
Yes.
'cause he
Okay.
transferred.
Ooh, I want to talk about this part. So, Dark Knight Vecta, as we already know, is fucking Gabriel Miller, who also, by the way, is Stabilizer, who gave Shion PTSD in the Bullet of Bullets 1. All that progression she had just disappeared. I'm like, oh, okay, that's fine, whatever, okay, sure, man. They start shooting at each other with their weapons in game, and then they're like, what if we used real guns? And I'm just like, why would you use a real gun when you can just go, ayo, big arrow? Big, powerful arrow. No, let's use our guns. And I'm just like, Shion, you have a fucking god account. You can wipe this thing out and be done.
Yeah, because he's just using an SAO account. He's not using. No, he's using a.
Yeah, he's
Gun
literally
account.
using his Gun Gale account. And I'm like, okay, he's human?
God account should be Gun Gale account, but because
Plot.
the world of Alicization has a weird
Your
system where
how
your
good your imagination is makes you stronger, which kind of goes out the
your
window at some point.
imagination. Yeah, your imagination and will can affect the real world,
Which is
which
cool, but stupid.
is cool, and kind of a way to explain how Kirito came back to life. It's like an expansion.
We'll
of how
talk. No,
Kirito
we'll
came
get
back
to how
life
Kirito
kill-
comes out of his vegetable state when we get there. So,
how Kirito kills Akihiko. I mean,
okay, yeah, you're right.
It's used to explain that, and also kind of retcon it if it needed retconning. It depends on how you view it.
Literally in my notes, Shion, you dumb bitch, you have a god account. Use it. Wait, why are these niggas pulling out guns? Those are in my notes.
And
TLDR,
we keep
she
shooting-
goes big arrow and she misses. And I'm like, Shion, you're a sniper. How did you miss? He gets bored and just flies off. And I'm just like, what?
Doesn't he beat her?
Yeah, which doesn't make any sense. He's like, I'm bored. Bye. I'm like, what?
Eventually, we keep cutting. This confused the hell out of me. cutting to like real world people hearing about this server and whatnot. They introduced 2 completely new characters just to show us
New characters.
what it's like.
We have original characters.
Just to show us what it's like to be a VR player being told about a cool new VR server.
Those characters serve no purpose. Granted, the wiki is still a little behind, but
and
there's
like
no
we're
information.
constantly treated as
They're
like
just here.
it's supposed to be cool. Like we already know they're like these guys. I'm like, wait, what is this a cameo from a different series? Are these Gun Gale alternative characters? Who are these people? Why do I care about them? Why are you taking me away from what I already know about to have a character show me what I already know about?
Because I'm Ricky Kawahara and I'm good at writing.
Ugh. The other evil dude turns out.
Oh,
to be
yeah.
the-
I have that in my notes too. Where's it at? Hold up. Pause. How did this hoe ass nigga get his SAO count back? Those are my notes in all caps.
I'm guessing he converted his SAO account to.
Yeah, but didn't he
or
die in
some
SAO?
bullshit.
Well, he didn't die in SAO. Didn't he get got at some point?
I have no idea. I don't think so.
I'm just mad. He was like, yeah, bring my Sword Art character back. And I'm like, wait, didn't we get rid of those? Aren't those gone?
No. As we will see in like 2 episodes.
No.
No.
They're not. Also,
They're not gone.
the new characters, I'm going to assume they speak for the audience. Because this man literally goes, if this dude's the admin, why doesn't he just shut the server down and get rid of literally all the issues?
Yeah. Yeah, this guy is constantly causing and bringing in new people like, oh my god, the dirty Japanese are ruining our fun server. You need to come in and help kill all the dirty Japanese. Literally, that is how I'm not like.
Yeah,
being,
no, he's
like,
not. He's
that's how he
word
talks.
for word. Because you're like, man, this dude doesn't like Japanese people. Flashback to the bad guy, because we super care about him right now. My dad used one of my kidneys to save his Japanese son, and not me. He doesn't really care about me. And I'm like, nigga, I don't care about you either. What are you showing me this for? I don't care.
And like he goes on to buy a full dive system after the SAO event has started, specifically so he can kill Japanese players in SAO.
No, in Gun Gale. Gun Gale.
No, in SAO he goes into SAO.
Oh, right. That's
He buys
I thought that was
he
before.
buys a black market.
I thought that was before this
No.
happened. Oh.
No, he buys.
So he knows he
black
could die
market-
if he gets got.
Yeah,
Oh.
but he goes into SAO specifically so he can have fun killing people in the game and in the world.
Yeah, he's off his rocker.
Yeah, and we find out he's actually the original OG leader of Black Coffin. Laughing Coffin.
Which
Nailed it.
I was just like, man,
Cool.
I don't give a flying fuck anymore. I just want to see this current fight.
That's a cool callback, I guess. Reki Kawahara.
Reki Kawahara.
Whatever.
We gotta talk
But
about.
since
Go ahead.
all these people that have joined have strong memories of Kirito.
No, we haven't got that far yet. It's coming up though.
Okay.
So real world stuff is happening.
Uh-huh.
Now earlier they're like, man, I wonder if we have a mole because people just know what we're doing this whole time. It's like, all right, so someone's probably a mole. That they foreshadowed that. Okay, that's cool. It makes sense. All these characters on the boat have a certain art style, except for one. Immediately, I'm like, it's him. He looks different. 20 minutes later, I'm the mole. I'm going to shoot this kid now, but I'm the mole. And I'm like, could y'all have set that up worse? Any worse? So we learn why he's the mole. You want to... Do you remember why he's the mole?
Because he wants to fuck the administrator.
The what?
He wants to fuck the administrator. He wants to fuck
So-
Auspex administrator.
At some point, when he was on night shift, the administrator, way back when she got a hold of the system command, she was like, hey, who's out there? He just so happened to be in the room while everyone else was asleep, I guess. I think that's what he said. And then they had a nice long conversation, and she's like, all right, I got you. I'm going to get you some power in the real world. And I'm just like, okay. All right. He's like, yes, I did it for the Pontifex. And I paused. I went to YouTube, and I was like, I just typed in VTubers. I'm like, this nigga simp for an actual, literal AI.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, wait, but like,
He's also the reason that the eye thing happened.
yeah, that's it. The numbers on his jacket. Those are his code. That's his number for punching in the login stuff. And I'm like,
That somehow nobody notices in any of the logs that there's an actual reason nobody's able to break
nope,
the taboo index.
nope. So back to Underground. Kirito's still a vegetable. His friends are getting fucked the hell up. Like, them niggas taking a beating.
But
As
because
the fucking fairy characters come back, they help. They get their asses beat. I'm just like, damn. What else could go wrong?
because Kirito's friends all have strong images of Kirito, Wrath figures out, wait,
Not
you
Raph,
can use
just
that
Suga.
to bring.
Whatever the fuck his
Suga
name is. He's like, what if I copy their self-image of Kirito into Kirito? It doesn't work. It literally just, it gives him more PTSD. And then Yu-Gi-Oh's spirit out of nowhere. Like, this motherfucker's been watching all this happen. All this unfold is like, hey, yo, wait. Kirito. Come on, let's go. What? Here's my self-image of you.
Let go.
And then he just gets up and he's like, hey, yo, give me like 2 minutes. Because I'm kind of fucked up. Also, this man, the evil guy, Laughing Coffin Man, just starts mind controlling people. And I'm like, how does he have this power?
Yep.
This is never explained. What?
It's an extension of him.
No, it's
affecting
not.
the
It's
real-
literally bullshit. That's not explained.
It's not explained, but we're supposed to believe it's an extension of the self.
No.
Where he has a strong will of. I know, but that's how.
If
it
you
is.
could mind control,
I
you would have
know.
won by now.
But he only able to mind control his own people.
Bullshit.
I know it is.
So Kirito gets
I'm not
up.
arguing that.
Kirito wakes up. He's like, all right, give me some time to stretch. Oh, wait, before that, Kirito picks up Yu-Gi-Oh! Sword and just kind of chucks it. And I was like, wait. No. That sword is still a divine object. It's still class system 46. How is this SAO account bullshit just picking up and waving his sword around like it ain't nothing? Because, remember, the girls couldn't pick that sword up and shit was still heavy to them. And I'm like, wait. Hey, yo, wait. What?
I need to look back at this.
And then, before Kirito can do anything, the antagonist from fucking Ordinate Scale and that UI AI is like, hey, yo, let's help. Let's be useful and help. He gets his ass beat, like, literally punches a fucking hole through him. Which is funny. I'm just like, what was the point of that?
Which is that confused because I didn't know who they
That's
were.
fine.
I never saw
Listen,
Scale.
you aren't expected to listen. If you're just watching the TV anime, you'd be like, who the fuck are these people? Like, where'd you come from?
Literally, and the thing is like it literally they moved themselves over from the SAO servers, which somehow still exist.
Yeah, because they're rebuilding it, so it's a real game.
Over to not the SAO inside of Alfheim, just literally the SAO servers.
Yeah, they're taking the information from the base SAO and they're putting it in there. Yeah, I know. I'm aware. I'm hip.
And they both moved themselves over to this server
the
to
underworld.
help out.
And it's like, all right, I'm gonna help. And then fucking Yuna, the AI from Ordinate Scale, starts singing and doing, idol bullshit. I'm just like, oh, so she's a bard. Bitch, you could have been helping this whole time.
And I was like, how do you guys know? Are you both just... When I first read their wiki, I was like, wait, these are both dead people. Both these people are dead. So wait. These are both dead people. I thought he was.
He should be, but
I must have read the wiki wrong. But whatever.
Yuna's just fucking AI.
Yeah.
Who literally, after seeing this man gets his ass beat, she's like, all right, never mind. We're gonna leave now. This was a mistake. Undo. Control Z. We're out. Bye. Sorry, y'all. We'll see you in the next movie.
Kirito actually starts losing to Black Coffin Dude because of his own like PTSD and other things.
Yup, and then
because
Asuna screams
because why
really loud.
because why can't he just have a cool moment? He has to be. He can't just be curious that woke up and have a badass moment. He has to be downfalled and then brought back up because
Anime.
writing.
All right, so
And then he turns Laughing Coffin Dude into a tree.
which is really that was really cool. That was really fucking cool. I'll give him that.
So that he can't die and come back as a thing. He's just now stuck in the game.
I was just like, that's what you just a bitch ass get. Meanwhile, fucking Gabriel Miller still has Alice. Is still going to the worlds in Alter.
I think Alice is just making.
Okay,
her
you're
own
right.
way, and
Alice is making her own way there after her uncle died. My bad. He's following her. I don't know what the fuck Shion's doing. At some point, Kirito literally just takes Asuna and is like, all right, we gotta fly there too. What? All right, let's go.
Yep. And she's like, how are we going to fly? Kirito's like, watch.
It's easy. It's like, what are you talking about?
Let's
it's
go.
fucking easy. You just system command, wind, go. And I'm like, why doesn't everyone just do that?
And then Kirito and Gabriel have
No. Remember, he gets a call from his boss. Hey, yo, nigga, you got 10 minutes. What? You got 10 minutes. What do you mean? In 10 minutes, acceleration is going to happen real fast, and we don't know if we can pull you out or not. All right, bet. Wait, before you go. Make sure Alice gets to the thing first and extracts. Okay, yeah. Bye, you wasted my time. Hey, yo. What's going on in the real world? Kaiba's about to disarm a bomb. What the fuck do you mean, disarm a bomb? What do you mean? What do you mean? What are you talking about?
I don't think they told them about Kaiba.
Kaiba's in this robot. What?
No, I'm going to talk about that scene.
Go
That scene
for it. I've been
pissed me
screaming
off
for the last 30
so
minutes.
much. I fucking hated that goddamn scene. So apparently after, which kind of happens after and during this countdown, it's weird. Because it happens concurrently, but not. So after they kind of realize, oh, we're not going to win, we got to start retreating. They plant a bomb in the nuclear reactor of the ocean turtle. And they leave behind like one man to guard it because I guess he wants to sacrifice himself to blow everything up. I guess.
Sure.
Well, they retreat. Meanwhile,
the boss man has picked up Suga to contact Kirito.
So what happens is they send the security guys like, I will do it. You guys are all really important. I'm security guide. This is my job.
I was like, all right, fair.
He goes down there to do it, and he starts having a shootout. And he actually gets hit, I believe.
Yes.
And then he's about to get hit again, but then the boss dude shows up. He's like, no, I'm the boss. It's my responsibility. I'll carry on and actually get the bomb. I'm gonna do it.
Gets shot.
And then
he's already been shot from before from the simp. Oh,
so
the simp fell and died.
Again.
He hit. The simp is dead, by the way.
So now he died again. Well, gets shot again, and he can't do it. And then who shows up?
Fucking robot.
The manned robot. The whole reason they're making these AI so they can make him work on this robot. But no one's operating the robot. Who's in the robot? Kayaba Akihiko.
That's literally just like what? Yeah.
And he shows up. He pretty much gets shot to pieces to where the robot can't function anymore. But then the screaming of his ex-girlfriend praising him turns him back on, and that will help him defuse the bomb.
He doesn't defuse the bomb. He just rips it off and it explodes in his hand. You're like, all right, whatever, that's cool. And then they cut from that scene, so you don't know what happens after. You're just like, all right, that's cool, I guess.
So you're like, wait a second. So the whole point of sending the security guard down there was so he can have a heroic moment of self-sacrifice. But wait, the whole point of sending the boss down there was so he could have a heroic moment of self-sacrifice. But wait, they're going to send Kaiba in there so he can have a heroic moment of self-sacrifice. Remember at the end of part 1 where we had the spider have a heroic moment of self-sacrifice so that Yujiro could have a heroic moment of self-sacrifice?
No, it's fine. Someone actually almost died this time, though.
Cardinal could have a heroic moment of self-sacrifice? That happens so goddamn often in this arc, all of Alicization, and it pisses me off so much because it's like, I fucking get it, Kaiba. People are trying to goddamn sacrifice yourself. You're lessening each person's intended sacrifice by having to repeatedly do it.
NPCs, it's fine. It's fine.
By any point, you could have had just one of them do it, but the fact that you're doing 3 of them in a row...
3 is the magic number.
...is fucking stupid, irritating. I goddamn hate it. After the second one, I'm like, Jesus Christ, alright, cool, I guess. Like, you already doing the self-sacrifice bit, you're gonna do it. I don't care. But third point, I'm like, I don't fucking care. I don't fucking care about this sacrifice because you've already had 2 characters try to self-sacrifice and not do anything.
We're almost done.
Reki, this is bad. This is bad writing, Reki.
It's always been bad.
Why?
It's always been bad.
Why?
Because
this is
fucking
terrible.
Fucking right. That's why.
This is goddamn terrible. Kirito beats Gabriel.
Wait, whoa! Back up!
Technically, it's already happened.
Back up!
Technically, it already
Back
happened.
up! Hold on, man. Chill! Whoa! Alice gets to the altar with the help of Asuna. Because, God account. Gabriel's like, you ain't shit. You ain't never gonna be shit. Kirito's like, fuck you. Gets the shit kicked out of him. He's like, alright, maybe I'm not shit. Maybe I need to reevaluate. Yujio's like, quit being a little bitch. Let's go fuck him up.
And they fuck him up.
Hold up. Because I have a note. Yeah, it doesn't
right.
it makes sense, but it doesn't make sense. Now, Kirito's sword. It's called the Starry Night Blade. We didn't mention that at one point because it was never really important up until now.
And I continue to concede that's not important.
This man takes his black sword. Oh yeah, he fixed Yu-Gi-Oh's sword, by the way. Just want to throw that out there. Because he does Starburst Stream and it doesn't work. And he's like, oh, well, shit. I don't know what to do now. This man takes his sword, goes ultimate move. The sky turns black and I'm like, oh my god, this is about to be a mate. And then people start praying and I'm like, how do they know what's going on? People don't know what's going on right now. What's happening? Why are people praying like they know what the fuck is happening? No one knows what's happening. They don't know they know we're going to war. They don't know why the sky's black. Why are they just praying? What's happening here?
Because they just know.
No, they don't. All the common people know
I know.
is that the Integrity Knights will be away from the kingdoms and places for a little while to go deal with the war. Because there's about to be a war. Now, not everyone fucking knows about Kirito. Why the fuck's everyone praying to the fucking stupid I hate that! Why was everyone praying like they fucking knew what was happening? And then this man goes, alright, fuck all this, Monado Buster, cuts Gabriel in half, and I'm like, alright, cool. We win. Alice has been extracted. Bet. Nice. This man walks up to the console, he's like, damn, I'm out of time. And I'm like, you're at the type! All you have to do is type and you will leave! No, I'm out of time. I'm gonna just stay here forever. I'm just like, well, not forever, for 200 years. I'm just like, all you had to do was type. All you had to do was type. All you had to do was either type your name, type your ID number. All you had to do was type. You were there. You were literally right there. The world was not accelerating when you got there, so you still got time. Why you just give up like that? And I was like, damn, this man really just lost hope in humanity. And Austin was like, we can do this together. And I'm like, bitch, what are you doing here?
Asuna decided to stay behind with Kirito inside the underworld.
For 200 years.
200.
Now, that the 200 is significant because humans don't live 200 fucking years.
Yep. Their soul can't take that much memory.
But because Kirito's the protagonist, he's like, it's fine. I got this. My girlfriend, my actual real life girlfriend, we got this. We're going to be king and queen. It's fine.
By the way, when Gabriel died, his soul watched his dead body, and then
Yeah,
the
that
little girl he killed.
Yeah, the girl
killed
who
his
he
soul.
killed him, and that shook him so much he died in real life. So Kirito murdered a motherfucker again. I was like, "Fuck you! You deserve that, dumb bitch."
So Kirito and Asuna are stuck in
The underworld.
they're, for 200 years, 15 minutes in the real world. While they try to fix everything. Alice is ejected.
Everything's fine. Everything's back to normal.
Everything's fine.
Alice
We, like,
gets a
cut to,
physical
like-
body, and I'm like, if I didn't already know that, but wait, what?
Yeah, they somehow had a perfect, like, Alice body.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty
that
sure they
just
took the
put her
data
into.
from the light cube and made the body based off that.
Yeah, but the fact that they were able to make a robot that's that
I don't know what you're trying to say.
can you say it? Sophisticated.
Thank you. Okay.
When they couldn't even make one, when the last one we saw had to be piloted by
Oh no
Kaiba poorly.
Okay, so this isn't. Oh no. Oh no. Christo. It's not. It's not. It has not been 15 minutes. It's been 2 months.
No,
They wake up 2 months later.
no, they.
I read the wiki. Unless Unburned Ring starts 2 months after. Let me look. Vamp.
I believe they had to spend 2 months in the hospital.
Fine. Stupid ass show.
They did some weird time stuff when they come back. They're like, you'll have to watch next time to figure out. And then they just kind of cut to everything being fine and don't explain what happened in between bad things happening and now everything's good. And they slowly explain it throughout the episode, which is something I usually like.
Not in this case.
And
Not in this
I
case.
still do kind of like it.
I don't. Everything's back to normal. Everything's fine. Alice has a physical body, and then bad things happen again.
Yeah, as soon as Kirito comes out, I think he says like three things like, "Hey, tell Alice we saved her sister. We froze her in time."
Yeah, at the
on
tree
the middle
on
floor
the
of the
80th
cathedral.
floor.
And it's like, all right, the king and queen are now done. Erase our 200 years of memories so we don't fucking die.
Yeah, and that doesn't happen.
So they erased all those memories of their time spent in the underworld.
Except for the 200 years. You can keep that.
No, they from their memory.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
From their body memories.
You're right. You gotta.
They cut the 200 years.
You gotta explain. Because you told me this, and I was just like, I wonder what that means. And I was like, oh.
So anyway,
Techie fix-it guy, Suga, who got shot.
yeah, well, I don't want to talk about it because Alice. We have a cute moment where Alice runs away by shipping her whole. She breaks her body apart, stuffs it in a box
I
somehow.
don't think she breaks it apart. I literally think she just folds in on herself.
If I remember right, I remember seeing like not clothes and like just arms placed everywhere. I'm gonna pull the episode up right now and see how he gets the box.
Some dude literally has a box on a dolly, and he's like, delivery for Kirito. He's like, I guess that's me. He opens the box, and you're like, man, I wonder what this. Oh, it's Alice.
Which he opens the door thinking he's Alice, but it's a delivery man.
That was good. That was a very good fake out. I'll give him that one.
As I'm watching the scene right now, he unpacks it, and
go
I
away.
will fucking...
Lay down. Go down.
Let me wait until he like gets away all the fucking styrofoam peanuts. She's definitely naked. In the
Yeah,
box.
I don't understand why she's naked. I really don't.
Her arm like she lost control of her. Oh yeah, no, she's just folded.
So
Don't
she
know why
then
she's
spends the
naked.
day
Don't
at
know why she's naked.
Kirito's house, being shown around the fucking house, which is just a house. They go to the dojo. They break some wooden
And having-
swords. Kirito's like, yo, I'm changing my major in school so I can go work at RAF. And Alice is like, see, he does love me. And I'm just like, Alice's gonna beat the shit out of you.
And the parents have a moment like, dude, are you sure about that? We don't, and it's like it's a fake out of the parents not supporting him. They're like, but it's okay. We know you're
The Black Swordsman. And I was like,
legend.
hey, yo, you found out. You got. I got some secondhand embarrassment for you, my dude. Like that hurts.
Yeah. And it's like, and it's really fun. Like this whole episode was amazing to me because it's
Except
really
for the
fun
last 5
watching
minutes.
Alice,
that was good
who
too.
is watching Alice, who has only seen Kirito as this larger than life legendary warrior who everybody respects. Just kind of be this scrubby, scrawny boy in the real
Yep,
world.
I was like, you're just a fucking nerd here,
who,
Kirito.
who can't even, like, who's looked down upon by his parents.
I mean, I don't think they look down on him. They're just like, make sure you
Yeah,
know
but
what you want to
it's-
do, because we not paying
Yeah.
for you to go to fucking America. For you to fuck
Yeah, I
around.
know.
Because I was like,
I know, but
doesn't Asuna family have money? Can't they just go like, hey, we'll fund the boy. We'll fund the boy.
Yeah, but it's a fake out to make it seem like they don't support him, but they do. They really do support him.
And then Alice shows up in this nigga's bedroom at 3 a.m. and I'm like, oh no. Oh no. Here's an IP address.
Oh.
I'm like, oh, okay. What?
By the way, in the previous episode ends on Kirito remembering Yu-Gi-Oh! And just crying
Stay cool.
because he misses Yu-Gi-Oh!
cool.
So much.
Stay cool. Stay cool.
He misses Yu-Gi-Oh! So much, and it's the most emotion he's ever shown towards anybody. And and his not sister, Suga, comes in like, dude, you okay?
He's like,
"I
no,
miss
I'm not
Yu-Gi-Oh!
okay. I was like, oh, Kirito's
I
human.
miss Yu-Gi-Oh! I wish they erased all my memories from the underworld. I miss Yu-Gi-Oh! And Suga's like, tell me about your boyfriend. She's like, you wouldn't believe it. He was so cute. He didn't know how to cut down a tree.
He did not. Tree.
Yeah, but like, you can't tell. Like after just watching that fucking scene, like he has not had that reaction towards any other.
Okay,
he
hold
wasn't
on,
even
wait,
that
wait.
messed.
It depends on how you gauge emotion. Because after Asuna got her bad stuff happen, he literally cut a man in half and then skewered him on his fucking. His eyes were yellow.
Yeah.
Yellow-eyed Kirito is something you'd be afraid of. I don't care who you are. You are afraid of
that
yellow-eyed Kirito.
that was rage, and I appreciate that. But like, he just kind of got depressed when like some other dude tried to marry Asuna in her sleep.
I mean,
they're
okay,
like,
he was like, oh no, what was me? And he's like, wait, no, that's my in-game wife. Maybe.
Yeah,
I gotta work on that part in the real world. I'm gonna go fuck this man up. And then bad stuff happens. They actually do become a thing. And then he's like, alright, you're trying to marry my girlfriend. I'm gonna go murder the fuck out of you right now. I feel like Kirito should have actually murdered the fuck out of that man.
no, he just like cut him a
Fuck
bit.
that. I would have murdered the shit out of him. But that's me.
Um,
I'm
but then-
built different.
So, in this meantime of Alice being introduced in the world because she's the first bottom-up,
AI.
like, soul, like, this is the
Oh,
first like,
wait,
artificial
whoa,
soul
wait, hold up,
that they've
time
raised.
out. During that press conference, that woman spoke and she said something that very concerned me.
What?
So she was like, get used to AI. So they're going to be part of life, blah, blah, blah. We're going to start having families with them. And I was like, time out. Time out.
I'm down.
How we going to start? I need explicit information about how we going to start having families with AIs. Because like I just like slowly look towards Alice. Can that reproduce? Is that what you're saying? Because if so, you have a gold mine in a different market.
Adoption. You can raise your own like AI from the ground up. You know, like raise them as a child.
Christo, I am a degenerate. You know where I was going with that. And I was like, hold on.
but
I got questions.
It's fine.
Because I was very concerned.
So while they're kind of trying to figure out the real world ethics, they kind of have to keep the underworld under wraps.
And then
like
the
a
government
secret.
was like, all right, cut off the internet connection. We gonna blame this man. Oh shit, he's dead. So we gonna
So,
blame
like,
someone else. We just gotta figure out who.
So like, we don't know what we're going to do with the underworld because we don't know the ethics of it yet. We need the world to figure that out before we do anything else with the underworld. But we're probably going to delete it. And then tech guy was like, I just couldn't delete someone that has
for
lived
200 years, when a normal soul can't
Years.
do that, and you're like, man, that's kind of weird. What do you mean by that? Turns computer on. Kirito. I'm like, but Kirito's at his house. I'm Kirito's AI.
It's a cop that he copied Kirito's memory that he deleted.
I was like, wait a minute, hold on, wait, whoa. He even said what I was thinking. He's like, now that we've got Kirito and Kaiba, I've opened Pandora's box. We can do anything. And I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, So now and
Okay.
Kirito's like, wait a minute. He's like, okay, so here's the thing. Asuna talked about what would happen if we got deleted. She said if I got deleted and she was alone, she'd delete herself. I said if only one of us made it through, that I would fight to make sure the underworld is safe and against the humans.
Oh boy. Man, I wonder what's gonna
And it's
happen
like,
next.
and they're like, well, how are we going to do anything? We need help. And he's like, let's get Kaiba. Because he is also just a floating AI of transfer of his consciousness. So we have Kaiba and Kirito team up, and I want to see that so badly.
You have to read.
They send an
Also, there's a problem with that in the light novels. That has been brought up.
so then they brought, and then they send an IP address of how to connect the underworld back to Kirito.
Hold up, no, wait,
Asuna,
no.
and Alice.
They send it to Alice, who then goes into Kirito's bed at 3 a.m., who then looks at the
Right.
fucking printer and just prints the fucking thing on a piece of paper. And I'm like, how can she do that? Is she connected to the
Bluetooth, I don't
house?
fucking know. Bluetooth,
Can
I
she
don't
see
fucking know.
Kirito's search history?
Probably.
I was like, I don't want her connected to the whole fucking house. I don't like that. That implies things.
And then they
Wait,
go
stop.
back to...
No. I know what you're trying to do. Stop.
gotta keep
You gotta
going.
build up to it.
What is it to put up to? They do
Stop.
just throw it at
No,
us.
they don't. They're like, hey,
Okay.
here's an IP address. We're like, what the fuck is that? Oh, this is how we get back to the underworld. So Kirito's explicitly like, we're taking Asuna with us because I don't know what she's gonna do to me. Because I have concern. I'm like, okay, that's
Yeah,
fair. That's fair. They get there, and then
So they go there, and we see the descendants of the 2 pages that Kirito and Yu-Gi-Oh had fight a beholder in space.
really, you're so flat. Come on, man, give us some energy.
Beholder in space with their dragon starships called Steel Dragons, and they can't do it. They're losing. So then Kirito and Alice are like, wait a second, perfect sword release because we're real Integrity Knights while you guys are just Integrity Pilots. And then they destroy the Beholder from space, and then like, all right, let's go back to humans so we can, because the king and queen are back, and also Alice.
And also Alice. And
also Yu-Gi-Oh, because they see Yu-Gi-Oh's soul next to Kirito.
that was it. That was it. Yu-Gi-Oh! Soul was like, I'm done for real this time. You're on your own, bitch. Fuck out of here.
And then
I'm gonna go.
That's
I'm
where
gonna
it
go
ends.
turn into a child and hang out with Child Alice. Deuces.
And that's where it
That
ends.
credits roll, and I'm like, okay, cool. And then they pull Marvel's Avengers bullshit. Kirito will return. I'm like, if I didn't know about Unburned Ring, I would be upset and confused and hurt and mad.
I still don't know what I thought. It was just a teaser for Progressive.
No, Progressive is literally Ricky Kawahara going, all right, I'm gonna tell the story of Sword Art better and floor by floor.
Because
I'm a bad writer and I don't know what I'm doing. Also, I'm gonna
Because when I saw
I'm gonna tweak the sexual assault scenes. You mean get rid of? Not tweak.
Because when I saw that scene, I was like, well, fucking Duck Kirito is going to return. You just ended on a cliffhanger. Of fucking course they're going to be another season. What? Why are you showing me that Kirito is going to return? I know this.
So I'm gonna briefly describe what my basic bitch information about Unburned. I keep calling it Unburned. It's not called Unburned. It's called something else. Long story short, 2 months later, like after all this, another game pops up, and Kirito's like, I mean, I guess.
Without resolving this storyline, I guess.
I know the storyline's resolved. The underworld's in limbo. Hold on.
I don't know. I don't think they've shown what happens after Kirito, Alice, and Asuna return to the underworld. Because we don't even. We've gotten a few, I think there's a few chapters about them doing stuff in the underworld.
Oh,
like,
I was wrong. It's
Kirito
been 3 months. I think I rated.
Yeah, like Kirito invented the steel dragons. Kirito made those.
Why this nigga just make some jets? Because you have to remember, it's still been time accelerated. Because when Kirito left, they still had like magic. It's still fantasy now, and now it's all sci-fi. And I'm like,
Well, yeah, it progressed 200 years.
no. After I'm talking about when Kirito got those 200 years, he's like, okay, cool. This is a few months, weeks after that. That's why he has no idea what he's going to come back to. Because he was like, I left here. I don't know what they're doing right now. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
He doesn't remember because he deleted his memory.
No. They didn't really delete his memory. What I'm saying is, those 200 years, Kirito's like, yup, this is time after that. When they come back, this is after that. That's why they went, because the conversation between him and Asuna that was towards the end of the life, 200 years. So I'm like, okay, yeah, they still got magic and shit, which is low-key annoying, but whatever. So when they come back, and we have fucking fighter pilot jets, and I'm like, oh, you set some stuff in motion, didn't you? Oh, no. Oh, by the way, they're still going through New Aincrad. To, like, even when all this shit's happening, New Aincrad's still being explored. Because no one beat the game. Yeah. They just killed Kaiba, and he was like, alright, go and be free. Alright, let's say what the things we liked about Alicization is. You want to go first, or you want me to go first?
I will talk about things I don't like.
I didn't like it. I didn't like the second half at all. The fights are cool. That's it. Everything else I'm like, is dumb. These cameos, dumb. Leafa, dumb. Shion, dumb.
So,
also, hold on.
My problem.
I gotta cut you off one more time.
All right.
Before the Kirito will return, they specifically mention, these side characters, Kirito's harem, they're done. They get no more adventures. I'm literally reading the wiki now. It's like, so these characters, and I'm like, 1, 2, yup, okay. They're gonna be they're in the final arc. All right, I guess. I was just lied to explicitly. All right, whatever. Now you can go. I apologize.
Wow, did they just not explain what the underworld is like after they get back to it?
No. We just see the world because they're fighting in space, and that's it. We don't get to see them touch back down. It's just, all right, show's over, bye.
I mean, even the light novels.
The light novels probably do, but we don't know because the light novels are still being fucking translated. Like, the introduction to Umbrun Ring, because it's only 5 books long, is, hey, we're still translating stuff, so don't expect a whole lot. And I'm like, oh. Because Rekia Kawahara has a very, very, very important issue. I have main story going on here. I'm going to write a side story. I'm like, what? Because Alicization is only like 5 or 6 books. But in its entirety, it's like 10? Because he's like, side story. Side story, side story, side story. Side story. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about the side story. I need to know I need to know if this boy's gonna live. I need to know if Alice is about to take Kirito from Asuna, because I think she could do it. I need to know who the fuck the Star King is. I'm pretty sure that's just Kirito.
It's Kirito is the Star King.
Why?
It's
Why they're just like, man, I wonder who the Star King is, and Kirito's like, man, I don't know. Whoa.
Because he doesn't.
I'm just like, I hate this so much. It's almost over though. Sword Art will be done probably by the end of next year.
So the thing I have with all of Alicization is that it has really cool ideas that I want to see happen and should be really cool. The characters doing it, even if it isn't one note, I like them and I want to see them interact with the story and push the story and all the story stuff that happens. It's all cool and good for the story, but everything in the world contradicts the story. The story and the world do nothing but contradict each other. The entire So now that I'm finally here, remember that point where I said come back in X minutes? This is that X minute point.
I'm not doing the math. I'm stupid.
I don't care. I don't care. So, like I said, they left Kirito alone for how many months without real world months or weeks without telling him what the hell is going on. No one told him, like, hey, you were attacked. We need you in here to just while you're focusing.
There
and
gets 2 phone
this
calls.
is going to help you
right.
heal.
They were. Doesn't he figure it out?
Not once. They're like, hey, let's check on Kirito and see how he's doing in this time progressed world. Let's send one of our accounts in and talk to him.
That's what Asuna's for.
They don't do that. They don't do that until they're under attack and they need him to eject Alice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yui is able to go and recruit Shion and Sugu to go recruit the rest of the posse to go help out by joining the server and explain what's going on. They're able to do this through this secret government facility.
They do just kind of walk in. Yeah, you're right. I didn't think about that.
That literally took Asuna leveraging like every connection she had with this ex-Kaiba person that should know about this kind of stuff to track down any kind of meaning of wrath, because Kirito was just kidnapped. He disappeared. No one's like, "Oh, wrath. We don't know what the fuck wrath is."
I mean, well, wrath is a public
wrath
company,
doesn't.
though. People think they do something
doesn't
else.
exist. Yeah.
It's like Amazon.
So and it's protected by 2 like Japan self-defense force ships. I mean, it's later learned that like the NSA made a deal with the self-defense force to stop this, and that's why they don't intervene. And it's why they have to retreat, because they're given whatever. And when they come in, they cut the power to the whole thing. But network connections are still okay. This ocean platform.
Well, no, the main power isn't totally cut, because if it was, Kirito would have just been like dead.
Yeah. They're on backup power. They have enough to do stuff, but they decided that network was one of the primary things I need to keep up.
Isn't because it's all part of the internet. Didn't you watch Dot Hack Sign?
And then, it's a really cool story plot for them to recruit random people and give them accounts higher than the standard, that have higher power level than the standard NPC.
Mm-hmm.
From China, Korea, and America. But how the fuck does this underworld that is designed around, like, the thing is, it's not your standard VR world. They explain that it's not standard. It like literally interacts with your soul, and that's why everything is so realistic.
Yeah.
Like, it's meant to be used with the soul transfer systems. Yet these dumbass VR machines from different countries are able to log in to these servers on side of this secret government turtle, and they're able to interact with the world.
Yep.
And then Japan, they allow Yui to explain everything to Kirito's posse. These top government secret research
I don't
program.
think they knew that Yui went off, because they're like, hey, there's some girls here. You want us to do something about it? It's like, well, who are they? Someone named Shion and fucking what's your name is? Lifa?
I mean, they powered their way into those soul transfer machines so they could help out in the underworld. Like, that was cleared by Wrath.
Yeah.
They're like, oh shit, they don't come in. But I'm talking about
everyone else, literally everyone else.
Then you have Yui, Klein. You give Blacksmith Liz. She's the one that they decide to make a speech to the rest of Alfheim about this top government secret program, just to anybody that just happened to be in Alfheim at the point that
they got the specific army leaders who we all know because we all watched Alfheim. So we know it's like, okay, these are the important people. Man, it's real convenient. They're all online at the same time.
Yeah.
And they
So
gather
they
their
just-
armies to listen to them talk. So they're just going behind closed doors and then going, hey, army, we're going to do this because a lot of reasons.
And it sure is convenient that you're actually somehow able to transfer.
Okay,
accounts
the account
to this
transferring we knew.
governmental secret.
The account transferring we knew because fucking AL, bring my SAL account over. I want that. I was like, what? No, bring my Gun Gale account over.
That they were able to do that to this private governmental server that should only be local.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
It should only be a local server that maybe the other Wraths have access to, because it makes sense for the other Wrath to have access to this private local server. But somehow just anybody can connect to it. No cybersecurity, nothing.
Nope. It's anime and Japan. It's all safe. We all have the trust system here. We know what's going on. All right. Tell me what you did like about it.
I liked a lot. I loved that Kirito was able to explore this new world that felt like its own world with its own people, its own histories, its own traditions. Those were all there until they stopped because they decided to go
Have a war.
and do a boss rush.
Let's have a war.
Oh, but we're back to that as well. By the way, the final load test between the Dark Territory and the humans. They're concerned that they're not going to have enough humans, but then they just wipe out the Dark Territory army like it's nothing in the first night.
Listen.
So it's not actually that, so they just got rid of that fucking plot point from the first season. We get to, I liked that even though they weren't fleshed out, I liked that we got to see other characters do really cool action scenes for the first 12 episodes of part 2.
I want to talk about something real quick. I completely forgot. The 12th Integrity Knight, I forget what her name is.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, Slash. Yeah. Slash.
Yeah, she's really cool. She's cool. She just wants to cut
Yeah.
stuff. And then when she finds something she can't cut,
and
she falls in love
they
with
just
it.
fall in love. Right there. I was like,
That's cool.
I'm
You
okay
gave
with it.
two
Like, I was like,
characters?
I'm really okay with this, but like,
Yeah.
how did this
You
man
actually-
just go, her blade hurts me. My dick is hard.
Reki, for once, you wrote 2 one-off characters that actually had development and people cared about. Congratulations.
But like,
Too bad your main characters don't have
I'm
that.
just really confused as to how we have to fight each other. We can't fight each other. I love this person. I'm like, wait, that's a little fast. I'm with it, but that's a little fast. And then
You got
fucking Leaf over here just heal. All right, round 97. I'm just like, is that your only abilities, regen? You can't do anything else? Like, Shion can fly and make big arrow. Kirito's essentially God, just God now. And Leaf, fucking Asuna is an earthbender. All you can do is heal? That's it?
I know the actual Wrath, are locked out of doing too much in the system. And that's why they have to climb ladders to try to help Kirito. Because they can't access anything other than, like, the doors.
Yeah. Huh?
But, like, when shit first started down, they're like, hey, maybe we should just, like, shut the goddamn server off.
Yeah, that would fix all your fucking problems.
Hey, can you just unplug the, Underworld server from the router so that players can't keep joining? Which, like, we see it do when it kicks into 15,000%.
That's something I don't understand. Once Alice was secured, like, once she got out, I would have been like, all right, pulling the plug, fuck this. Because Kirito was fine at that
fuck
point.
this.
Everyone else was fine. You just unplug and you're done. I don't understand why that wasn't a thing.
You have there's a Integrity Knight, the bitch ass one, whose backstory, the reason
You're
he
a
became
failure.
an Integrity,
Sorry.
Renly, I think is his
Yeah.
name. The reason he became Integrity Knight, the taboo index code he broke was that he accidentally killed his sparring mate.
Oh yeah, in that tournament.
Because
yeah,
it's-
yeah.
Yeah, because his sparring mate's sword broke from Renly's strike, which neither of them expected to happen, and he killed him, and then he became an Integrity Knight, and then he's just a fucking wuss.
Yeah, that
But
doesn't.
and he also
make
has
a whole lot of sense.
he also still has memories of that from happening, but every other Integrity Knight doesn't have their memories from
Well,
before
remember,
they
he's a
became an
failure.
Integrity
It's
Knight.
like something she doesn't know what's wrong with him. She even was like, "I have to fix you at some point," and they just never get around to it. I guess.
You have, I think it, I've already said it, but I really love the idea of, hey, we actually have to bring in these outside servers
that's fine.
to clash over this world. I think that's really cool. It's just the world clashes against that. Because, hey, Wrath, do we have other, like, White Knight accounts that all these people can play for a bit?
No, we're out of accounts.
No?
Leafa got the last one.
All right, so I guess let's. Well, that was a God account.
Yeah, but we ain't got no more. That was the last account we had to spare. No more. We're out.
Do we?
Fresh out.
But sure, the Americans, they keep getting accounts. I don't know where from. Can we make like accounts
No,
like
it'd
that
take
just
too
for
long.
people to use? Oh yeah, that makes sense. Hey, can't you guys just transfer your accounts back to SAO to Alpha after?
one conversion per thing. We can't. We ain't got copies of other people. We don't have a copy of Lightning Flash, Black Swordsman, whatever the fuck Leafa was called in her game. No, we ain't got copies of those just in case something happens. Nah.
Yeah, like I get the concept that you kind of have one avatar that for like every VR thing. I kind of like that concept. It's cool, and that to like really get the main bonuses of a game, you have to make that game your main account.
Also, that's a very important plot point. I'm gonna get an alternative. You should all
Yeah.
watch it, please. I love Karen so much.
Like, I think it's cool. They're like, hey, I went really far in this game, but I'm done playing, and I can just transfer a lot of that progress into something equivalent in this game. I think that's really cool, but I don't see why you can't just transfer back.
Oh, because all your stuff is converted. It can't be converted the other way. It's like turning on a one-way street. You can't turn the other way. You cause a car accident.
Which doesn't... I don't understand that concept. You have the whole... I mean... There's a lot I like, but it just constantly kind of contradicts itself, and I'm just like, why, though? Why do you gotta contradict yourself?
Because I'm Ricky Kawahara and I don't know how to write.
Yeah, it seems like he constantly sacrifices
Also-
the world he
Hold
built for the story.
Hold on.
Like the way he explained, like the robot's bomb exploded in the robot's hand. Why does it exploding in his hand and not connected to the wall?
Make a smaller boom. I don't...
Why shouldn't that explosion anywhere cause a giant fucking explosion?
Nah.
Does moving it 2 feet away from that metal container not make it damage that metal container?
I'm confused now. I'm gonna use my college degree for a hot second. Now, we graduated with the same major, kinda, I think. I don't remember. You know, when you're writing a story, it has multiple parts, you should hire a script supervisor, right? To keep track of shit, right? I don't think he has a script supervisor.
No.
Which, after Mother's Rosary, I would have gotten a fucking script supervisor. Because, like, oh, we forgot the most important cameo. Fucking Yuki the teenage girl who died of AIDS and Mother's Rosary came back, and I'm like, I'm with it, but I'm real confused. You're dead.
Did they bring her back?
Yeah. You don't remember how she was constantly pushing Austin to just do a little bit more, just a little bit more? You can do it. I believe in you.
I thought that was just kind of like a memory psychic thing.
Why did she cut? Okay, but
like her image of Yuki is pushing her.
Why?
I don't know.
Like Yu-Gi-Oh? Yeah, it makes sense. It's from this game. We know what happened to him. We know bullshit in this game. That's fine. The kids from he's not kids, fucking adult in Japan time too. The adult from fucking Ordered Scale. That makes sense. Yeah, that's cool. But those are real people. Why the fuck did Yuki's spirit go, hey yo, Asuna, fuck him up? I can't. Yes, you can. Believe in me. But you're dead. You've been dead for a few months. Believe in me that believes in you. That's not that anime. Just believe in me.
Yeah.
Stupid.
It's also another slight. That I just talked about some of the word contradictions in the second part. If you go look back at the first part, there's like even just as much.
I disagree. I think the first part is pretty. Okay, the first like 18 episodes are pretty okay, self-contained. Kirito's like, I'm a child. I don't know what's going. Okay, I'm back here. All right, I guess I'll do something to pass the time. I guess.
Yeah.
Swordsman. Okay. Literally, once he's like, okay, I'm gonna become a swordsman to help Yu-Gi-Oh get Alice back. I'm like, oh no, fuckery is upon us, boys. I'm like, wait a minute. Wait. Kirito, can't you just not?
They need, without Kirito knowing, they need Kirito to find Alice, who is the single person they know of that has ever broken the taboo index.
Yeah.
But she did it by accident.
No. She forced that shit.
No. She broke it by falling. That's the.
Oh, you mean the initial one? Oh,
yeah.
Not the error A781.
Yeah, but didn't we have Yu-Gi-Oh, who in the middle of the series breaks the taboo index to save somebody else, which is exactly the thing that they want. They don't want someone breaking it. They want someone who willingly, of their own free will, breaks their coding to.
Oh no! That's explained. So the simp with the error 8, because they don't know what the error fucking 781 is.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, but they don't know about that.
So I'm pretty sure that blocks any notifications that are like, hey, this person did the thing you want. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. It either blocks it, or it's supposed to be so painful it keeps them back in line so they don't achieve their goal.
Yeah, so you'd think someone going past that, like Yu-Gi-Oh, would be kind of more of a priority than Alice.
Okay, but they don't know he did it though, because the error.
But they should.
What? They're not watching Yu-Gi-Oh. They're just like, Kirito, what's over here? Literally, if it's not on screen, they don't fucking see it. They're literally watching anime like we are.
Like, they don't bother, like, hey,
let's check on this character. Let's check on this character. No, because there's like too many people. We're just here for Kirito.
Kirito and his traveling partner didn't. They both broke the index. Now we need Alice.
Well, they had the female body ready, so they were like, hey, Yu-Gi-Oh, sorry, man, you don't. Sorry, kid.
They had, Yu-Gi-Oh's whole thing throughout the first thing is trying to find Alice again. Yeah. And then Yu-Gi-Oh and Alice never...
They don't interact. They don't really interact.
No, they never interact. They never do.
I believe Jeff also brought up that point, and I was like, damn, he right. I don't remember what his exact words are, but it's literally like, alright, I have to go save my friend. My friend, who the fuck are you? Because she doesn't remember Yu-Gi-Oh! She's just like, who's that blonde kid? You don't remember Yu-Gi-Oh? Mm-mm. But I love you. This is awkward. So yeah, I don't.
The thing is, I
Also,
want to
it's
like the show.
he's more concerned about child Alice, not integrity night Alice, which is why when he dies, he goes off with child Alice after he too becomes a child. So we don't need that. We don't need that other thought in our heads right now. And I was like, I mean, I guess, but like, can we just stop? Can he just stop writing? Just finish Unburned Ring in like 3 books and call it a day, please. No more. I'm tired. Like, this show drained me. Like, Ruby makes me like stress. This show makes me dread.
Yeah, we just see a lot of cool things that should do something, not do something, because that's how Reki wants things to happen.
Yup.
Like the continual sacrifices, just so we can have multiple sacrifices things.
Fucking Kaiba not really being dead, even though he's dead. Literally showed up out of fucking nowhere. Like,
yeah, I'm okay with Kaiba just kind of existing in cyberspace, because that's how he showed up, and it's like, yo, Kirito, here's my fucking login. Go beat this asshole.
all right. Any final thoughts? Because it's been 2 hours and 20 minutes, and I'm tired. My soul hurts.
My watch has ended. My hell is over until the next season comes out in like 3 years.
I think we'll get it 2022.
Don't hurt me.
I think we're gonna. I think.
Don't hurt me like
Listen,
this.
okay, because Japan took the pandemic seriously, they were like, "All right, we get to go out and play now," and I'm like, "Okay," but like, this would have been a great time for him to like write out. I keep calling it. It's not Unburned Ring. I don't know why Unburned Ring is still stuck in my head. That's where he could have just written out the outline for the entire series and went boom, boom, boom. Here are some books. Give me like 2 months of rest. Boom, boom, boom. Here are some more books. Because I don't know how he's gonna end Sword Art. Because he's like, yeah, this is the final arc. Like, after this, I'm fucking done.
I don't understand why we don't. I guess I'll have to see what the arc is about, because they set up like this big actual war for the underworld, like survival between us real world people and
Yeah,
them.
that's
And
not
now
there at all.
And now we're going to a different
Yeah.
game.
Literally, they're exploring the 46th floor of New Aincrad, and then it just falls out, and they're in a new world. I'm like, okay, and Alice is just there with them, and I'm like, I don't fuck this shit. Yep, Sword Art's. Listen, more of the story. Sword Art is fun. It's not good. Watch Gun Gale Alternative.
It's not even fun, because I just watch it to torture myself.
The fights were real pretty up until Kirito was like Monado Buster, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of boring.
I am a fan of SAO. I like the stuff. I was one of the people that was like, dude, Death Gun? Fucking cool. The Gun Gale Online?
No one's going to argue
with
that Gun Gale is fun and cool. No one's going to argue that. People are going to argue.
Like, it's bad.
It's the Fairy Dam. It's literally Alfheim. It's just like, bleh.
I've had to argue about Gun Gale a
With
lot.
who?
Most of my friends.
Friends are not intelligent. Listen, Gun Gale is literally the most okay Sword Art will ever be.
Yeah, I like SAO. I really do.
I like concepts. I like some of the characters.
But Alicization is just so...
Yo, it's the Kingdom
bad.
Hearts of isekais.
It hurts to go after one thing after another, and I hate myself for watching it because it's so bad. It just makes me so angry because it's so dumb.
It is very...
It's so dumb. Like, we repeat the story bit of, oh my god, they brought in human reinforcements. How can we overcome this? 3 times.
You're right.
Same with it's just like repeated story bits that diminish every time he does it, just so that he can have a reason to either like keep it going and extend it, or to have somebody else have a cool moment that isn't really a cool moment because it's diminished by somebody else having a cool moment. Diminished by not even Kirito getting a cool moment because Clown. Because Alice needs to step up. Because he's not good enough. He needs Yu-Gi-Oh to tell him he's good enough. Twice, because he needed Yu-Gi-Oh to get his head back right, and then he needed Yu-Gi-Oh to tell him that he could beat Gun Guy.
Gabriel.
Or Laughing Coffin Dude.
Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck.
Then he needed Yu-Gi-Oh! Then he needed Yu-Gi-Oh again
he's like, all right.
to beat Gabriel. So it hurts to see all these story beats that should be there and emotionally just be ruined because it just keeps happening and everything loses weight. Everything loses weight. Nothing carries any weight throughout Alicization at all. And that's why I hate it.
That's fair.
But it has these cool story bits that make me want to watch to figure out what happens. And now that I know that what I'm super excited about just isn't a fucking gone, I don't know if I actually want to torture myself with Unital Ring whenever it comes out.
Okay, I think the anime will be like, hey, here's some closure. We gotta let him write some more so we can finish it because we started production way too early again.
Because I fucking love this idea that Kirito now has to battle Kirito.
I'm the Star
think
King.
that's-
What?
I think that is
Dogs.
one of the coolest story ideas I think I've seen. You know, you're not facing, oh, this is my dark reflection of myself. I'm not. That's Shadow Link.
No,
that
it might be though, because he was like very adamant about I
that's-
have to do this. And I'm just like, oh, what if he's a bad?
That's Plasma Samus, or I forget what the hell her Dark Samus's actual name is, or this is Dark Sora. I think Sora has an evil version of himself.
No, he just has this nobody.
That's not-
Fucking
But-
Roxas isn't evil.
You get the point. You know, it's not Iron Man facing Ironmonger, so on. It is literally Kirito fighting 200 years of memories of himself that he no longer has.
I feel like
It is
that's
literally
kind of bullshit though. Kirito, I'm going into
Yeah.
this attack. Why do I know this attack? How do I beat this? What's going on? Why can't I use magic? Why can he use magic? Why can't I use magic? Like, I want to see Kirito have a breakdown in this fight going, why is he just so much better than me?
exactly. Not even attack. Like, they have to now strategize against each other for something they both want, but they both want something else, like different reasons. Like, Kirito wants to defend the real Kirito wants to defend the underworld because he cares about it, but he's not as, I hesitate to say, radicalized, because he didn't spend 200 years being the king.
True.
And developing.
What if Reki Kawahara is just like, instead of having them fight each other, we're gonna bring in a third source, and the two characters get to fuck that guy up. I would literally just be like, all right, this show's dead to me.
Like, Kirito is the only person that is ever shown to actually care about the AI because he spent like 2 years in it, and the rest kind of show some because they care about Yui and they care about Kirito, but none of them have the same attachment to these people and view them as people other than Kirito. And Asuna when she shows up and is like, hey, you guys are people. Or Leafa when she shows up and is like, hey, you're an orc person, but I respect you. But Kirito has the strongest one, and then we have to see him radicalized about this for 200 years. And that's just gone? That pisses me off. And now we also get to see the return of Kaiba Akihiko, who a lot of people hate because Reki really fucked up his final climax.
No, it's fine. No, he did a good job. It was all set up so for me, Alicization is literally the combination of base sword art, Gun Gale, a fucking ordnance scale, and not progressive yet, but it's just a big mixing pot of here's some references, here's why these things happen, because Reki Kawahara was like, I'm gonna die before I figure out how they do the shit I want to do.
Yeah.
What if I just upload myself and then I can see what all the things I've started come to pass. Like the seed, he was like, okay, I'm gonna give you this so you can do some cool shit that I can't do because I'm old and I'm gonna die. And Kirito doesn't fucking know. He's just like, all right.
Like, Kirito gets that. Kirito understands that he throughout all of SAO, he is the unknowing apprentice of Kaiba Akihiko. And then he becomes a knowing apprentice when Kaiba gives him the world seed. Like, the amount of faith Kaiba has in Kirito is astronomical, and it's well put. And then seeing the two of them team up after Kirito has gained even more knowledge and experience, and they both want to fight for what they believe is this virtual world. And I still think Kaiba is one of the most misunderstood characters. Like, I understand what his intentions are. When he says, I don't even remember why I made this a death game. No, I get it. I do get it. I understand what Kaiba meant. I think that's beautiful. I loved it.
I just thought he was so far
now
on the rabbit hole. I was like, I don't remember. Like, I'm trying. This is just like step 8 out of like 92. So I don't fucking know why.
I could make my own podcast about Kaiba, and I'm not going to make this extend another half hour after we've already been trying to wrap up of our 2.5 hour SAO podcast.
So
seeing those two characters be thrown out of the way for the next thing ticks me off. And it's just kind of what, like I said, I love it, but it just has bad writing along with it. Let's sign off. After you have your words. I don't control when we sign off.
The show was dumb but pretty to look at. That's all I got. I got some more respect for Leafa. Fucking UGL needs to come back and be like, death is a social construct. I don't follow those rules.
Because he is Kirito's boyfriend.
Yeah, we'll just add him to the harem. Fuck it, who cares? Yui is still precious, and I hope she has a bigger role, because she literally was just like, my mom, he told me to come get you guys to come save her. She's literally just a lost child going, hey yo, help.
I don't even think Reki knows that Yu-Gi-Oh is Kirito's boyfriend.
Probably.
I don't think he even knows that.
No, that's fine. He has to know. People have to send him fan art. So, because someone didn't do their fucking homework, we're gonna have a bonus episode of Alternative. I like Alternative. It has some sort of bullshit, but it's like, hey, here's a small story. Tall girl wants to be a short girl. Meet the person. Person's fucking crazy. Yeah. I don't want to say too much, because I literally just spent the last day watching it. Fucking Shani was like, what's wrong with this bitch? I'm like, she's fucking crazy. Why? We get to the front episode. Oh, it's stress. I'm like, yeah. That is your homework. Watch Alternative.
It's my homework.
Take notes.
That's what I get for being in this Saturday detention.
No. Ow! That's all I got. My throat's starting to hurt.
All right.
I'll see you guys next time when me and Christo talk about Alternative, and then past that, we'll probably talk about isekais. We'll get a third person and talk about isekai, the isekai genre. Past that, I don't know. I want to talk about slice of life, but people don't like slice of life. If you want alternatives to Sword Art, watch Danmachi. Well, I mean, Danmachi's not an isekai, but watch Danmachi. Watch Log Horizon. Watch Shield Hero. Watch Interspecies reviewers. Don't watch Sword Art. Don't support that man.